I think probably a bunch of the folks might have one on their phone, right? Because you can't like watch baseball.
You can't watch baseball.
Yeah, like you can't be like your exclusive form of entertainment for the evening.
Like, I think you double dip. You watch baseball and
you're got your iPad out. You got the newspaper going. You got the Switch going. There's some of you got your
sourdough bread
headset on, smashing the N64 or whatever Xbox. Like you're not just doing
baseball's just the background.
It's literally just on the big screen. So when people drive by, they don't think you're a fool. They're like, "Oh, that guy's really watched the game."
We were out trick or treating last night. There was folks out in their driveway, and they had a laptop projector, and they were projecting the baseball game on their garage door.
That's pretty decent.
Propane fire pit, having smashing beers, handing out candy. That was actually pretty cool.
That is pretty decent. Yeah. We went out. Yeah, we went through Hythe. I take it that was in Beaver Lodge.
That was in Beaver Lodge. Yeah.
So we went through Hythe, and a lot of the folks did have their. I seen that on social media. They're like, just so you know, if you don't have your blinds open and your big screen like tilted towards the window this evening, you're an asshole.
Right.
So probably it was, you could have literally watched the ball game from the street.
From the street, yeah.
So
there was lots of road beers getting smashed last night. Lots of dads walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, times must be tough though. There was a lot of lucky loggers floating around. Yeah.
Well, I carried my glass around with me, but
Chad's on. Good evening.
Chad, are you watching the ball game, buddy? You'll have to keep us up to date on the score.
Yeah,
Chad won't be
let us know. You don't think so? You don't think he's got his
shop? He'll see. He's a cowboy. He'll be shopping for. I know he's already done some shopping, but he'll be buying something six-figure-ish. I'm sure. He's got those calf checks to get rid of.
Got the checks.
If you're looking for
the tax
for a place
at the end of the year
to invest,
what do you got in the go?
I'm available. I'll just take the money.
You just
I can work
put it all on molasses.
I can figure that accounting stuff out if it's free money. So if you need the tax write-off, I can.
You can do it. Kristen's on. Right. Good evening. Yeah, there's more people not watching the baseball game.
Exactly. This is probably more in the first 20 minutes. Well, we're first 2 minutes.
First 2 minutes than we usually have.
In the whole 3 hours.
That's how entertaining baseball is.
I guess so. Yeah. We are definitely not going to get any endorsements.
What are they going to have? Like 18 innings or something tonight? You never know.
God, that was fun.
Could go on forever. There's a fellow I work with. We had a real important day at work the following day after that one game there. And he's just like, comes in like a bag of hot dog shit, eh? He's like, I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, you're 45 years old. What are you doing? Like, how do you recover from staying up till 1 in the morning to begin with? Never mind watching a baseball game.
Well, I had a good laugh.
Goes on forever.
My parents came out that next day. Actually, I don't even think my dad did. My mom did. And I was like, oh, how's it going? She's like, not too bad. I was going to go have coffee with a friend of mine last night, but your dad threw a fit. And he was like, nobody wants to watch the game with me. I wish somebody would watch the game with me. So she's like, okay, well, I'll stay home and watch the game with you. Well, it happened to be the one to go to 18 innings. She said by about the 11th inning, he was starting off.
She's
like, I kept that man awake for all 18 innings.
Oh, really? Do folks still do that?
Good on
They
them.
go out late at night and they have coffees?
Mine? Or
like,
people?
Just people in general. I know my grandparents did that. 9 o'clock at night, they'd be putting a pot of coffee on. And
yeah, I suppose that generation does.
I know you talk to folks now and they're like, oh, I can't have coffee after 3 o'clock or I'll be up all night. And
I could smash a whole entire pot of coffee and go right to bed.
I don't drink energy drinks, but I'm saying like I could smash one at 9 p.m. and just.
But that's different too. I like the last years I worked out, I was exclusively on night shift. So I don't know. I think the body purges out the what's that?
Chad's been white country rapper rich lately.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Who's retracted? Message retracted. I don't watch sports.
Michael Platt.
We don't watch a whole bunch of sports here too. I will admit I'll watch like the last. So I'll watch I won't watch the last 7 games, but I'll watch the last game.
Right.
Unless something else to do. Then I'll do that.
If it goes to game 6 and then it went
right.
Then you maybe watch 1 or 2 because it could be on the fence.
Exactly, right.
I've been watching a pile of U9 hockey here lately, so
good tonight, gents. I don't even know some of these folks.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, welcome in. If you're new, let us know if you're new. We are going to. We dropped the ball for just about a year here. It seems
it's been bad. Hey,
like I haven't been going through and I haven't been drawing the names. We do give stuff away on these lives too for the folks that we don't give it away on the live. We give it away after. Cups like this.
Yeah. Coffee cups
And
a whiskey glass.
Whiskey glasses. So you get to choose whatever.
Choose the beverage.
But you know, I don't know. We had a good run the first year,
AMP,
like
yeah.
first year and a half, 2 years. We did this. It was really good, and then it just got busy. Everyone was busy.
Well, we both had an extra kid. That didn't help.
No, we did so.
That sure added a lot to it. Your business expanded.
And you got very busy with work.
I got
You
a
took over
promotion,
more
took
areas
on-
and
yeah,
things. So
yeah.
that was
Life just gets in the way sometime, eh?
yeah. And then I think the biggest thing that hit us was like no more like fall or no more early winters. We had like the longest falls ever.
Yeah.
No snow for 2
16,
years.
17-degree days where you could actually do stuff.
And
get
everyone
out.
was like, because the first year we had like the
Yeah.
blistering cold blizzards. I'd drive
Brutal.
here and it'd be just like,
just
Peter
white
crank,
knuckle linen.
you know, it'd be brutal. And then that first summer too, because I
Yeah.
remember we used to have the overhead door open and we'd listen to it
It was
rain.
so hot. The thunder
Yeah,
would be
right.
ripping. Yeah.
And then we got like after that first season of these, we got like no more rain,
Quit raining. Quit
no
snowing.
snowing.
Yeah.
Even the winters, we had like that week of blistering cold, but then it was nice again.
What have you done with all your time that you haven't spent drinking whiskey?
Well, we what have we done? Well, we've done quite a bit. So we did our whole change for the feed, built that surge bin,
Yeah.
put all that together. We've tinned literally every single building on that property.
That's awesome.
That was, you know, and some of the buildings on that property are pushing 70, 80 years old.
Right.
So anything salvageable was tinned.
Yeah.
Built a bunch more infrastructure. We went from having like 4 pieces of livestock to like now we got like rabbits and pigs. And
Did I read
chickens
that
and
right
goats
today?
and-
You got like over 20 pigs?
We got 23 pigs.
23 pigs.
No, 21 pigs.
You're going
21
pro.
pigs. It happened 2 litters of 9. Bang bang.
Boom.
2 sows and a boar, and then bang, 2 litters of
You're
9.
just breeding like pigs.
So
Huh.
we had a mess of rabbits too. A lot those are in the freezer now.
You did, eh? You went for it.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
So
Yeah.
we locked out some friends of ours now. They come up from the States hunting all the time, and I don't know what it is about folks from the States, but they like to shoot, kill, and eat everything. So when he was coming up, I was like, man, for sure you know how to like do rabbits. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, of course I do.
Yeah.
So he came up, he showed us how to do that. So he did I don't know, 8 rabbits or whatever. I actually cooked some of them up the other day. I've never eaten rabbit in my life till 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Never eaten it. It's all right though.
Did you dice it up like stew or?
Oh no, she cooked it like it was like eating a chicken wing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a rabbit's leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It was quite good
Okay.
though. I wouldn't say it tasted like anything. I guess it tasted like rabbit, but
Right.
I don't know. I can see it.
Pretty diverse meat, I think, eh?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So she's gonna sell all sorts of ways to cook it, I suppose.
Well, there you go.
But now the deep freezers are full of like everything. You got your lamb, the buffalo, the pork, the beef, the chicken, the turkey, the whatever else, right? It's the rabbit.
Yeah.
It's like better selection than the grocery store.
We did a massive freezer clean out recently. Not intentionally, but like we butchered the turkeys and
I
there's
see there's some remnants out there.
so yeah, there's a lot of feathers out in the yard. Looks like we had a pillow fight in the driveway, but
Right?
there was so many turkeys shoved into our stand-up freezer we couldn't keep the door shut. And I come down twice and the door was cracked open yay far. And then like the freezer's working, so it's getting warm, right? And now you can't stop it. So we took the lay down freezer and all the vegetables, because whatever, I can survive without vegetables, but
Should have went to
I'm not going to throw out, $8,000 worth of meat, right? So we just, all the vegetables went out to the chickens, and then we reorganized everything and then got that freezer tape shut. And the next day it was good to go again. But that was a bit of a mad panic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chad's a big fan of rabbit. Is it in stew? Good.
Yeah, Chad eats everything too. Eats and raises everything.
Yeah.
He's
It's a noble.
quite the livestock producer for sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure if it's got legs and a heartbeat, he's raised it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yourself, you've been busy too. You've been busy.
We just got done Hell Week, actually. We call this Hell Week at work. We do a bunch of inspections and audits, all kind of right October, November. And I've just crammed it all into 7 days because we're leaving to Mexico here in a couple weeks. And
That's right.
yeah. So
And it's been, I don't know, did you do that? It's been how long since the last live?
I don't know. I think the last live
3
we said,
months.
well, we said we were going to do it in like 2 weeks. And then it just, like you said, the weather was nice.
Right.
Kids got hockey games. The wife works. All that stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving dinners happen. That's
Yeah.
bad timing.
Right.
Sometimes Thanksgiving dinners happen a month after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we
That
had
screwed us up last weekend.
we had ours Thanksgiving, and we had ours a week later. Of course, how much turkey can you possibly eat? Right. We had some good turkey. We had a 33-pound bird.
You had some monsters there,
It
hey?
was incredible.
Yeah.
Trying to fight that thing to the death was unbelievable.
They are savage, hey?
For a while,
I guess
there,
my hand is finally just healed up there.
I had a big war wound here too.
Yeah.
But we didn't know if it was going to be me or the Tom going in the freezer, but
Okay.
I survived.
I took a different approach this year because we had the old stock trailer that I got to put a new floor in.
Mhm.
So I don't really care what happens to the floor. And I just went in there and just took them out like that rather than try to go full WWE with a fucking emu. Right?
Well, I've been asking a lot of old boys like, what the heck did you do? And like most people say, like, well, we never ever let it get to 33 pounds. It's absurd.
Well, no, but I mean, even at 18 pounds, it's got a lot of torque to that. Like, what do you like? I don't know. There's got to be a way. Like, do you just sneak up behind it with a fucking garbage bag and stuff it in the bag? Or?
Right, and the hands for sure, right? You can get in, you can grab one hand, but those Toms, it was like,
Well,
right?
like
now what do we do?
especially around the neck, because it's all just like it's like cold testicle skin around
Right,
the neck.
exactly.
It's just
nutsack.
what do you hang on? It's nothing to hang on to. It's all slippery and it's weird. It's gross feeling. Yeah.
Terrible. But
So-
there's got to be something. I don't know. Next year maybe I'll start working out a month or two before this,
To start pumping
so I can
iron.
get this thing figured out. Because some of those buggers were
Just
holy
karate
moly.
chop it in the neck.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi, that neck, right? Maybe, you never know,
Wax on.
right?
You never know.
Oh, it's got to be a guillotine.
We should have a cigar.
We should definitely have a cigar. It's been a long time.
Do you know a guy?
I know a guy.
I know a guy that just went to Cuba.
Ooh, worker bee.
Worker B.
Really?
Worker B went to Cuba and got a case Monte Cristo number 4 right uptown.
Oh boy. Holy moly. Just full.
I don't know where
Oh,
we're
wow.
going to put these yet. These literally just come off the plane.
I know.
So
I was looking, like, what are we? Boxes and boxes and boxes. We were
Yeah.
just, good evening. I can't read that. You got way better eyes than I do, I guess.
Uncle Larry's on. Good evening. Everything's in the kit here if you want. I don't know what kind of slice you want to do or what, but
Well, I like to use the desktop cutter.
the Monte Cristo number 4 5-inch 42 ring gauge is the most popular. I don't say the most popular, the best-selling cigar in the world. Might be the best-selling Cuban cigar. I might be mistaken on that, but it is best-selling.
Oh, I could easily peg it as the best. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm sure if you were going to ask anybody in the world, like, name a cigar brand, if
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
going to name anything,
Anything.
like if they knew nothing about cigars, they could probably pick this out.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's pretty.
So you see, they are slimmer than the Monte Cristo number 2s, right? It's supposed to be leather, cedar, slight hint of pepper at the end. I'm going to butcher this. I'm going to end up cutting it right in half or something. It seems very dainty by comparison to the cigar we had the last time. Hey, do you remember that?
Christ. Yeah. I'm assuming those got pitched.
Yeah, yours got pitched tonight, actually. I left it up here. I forgot all about it.
Oh, what a monster that was.
The Woody by Oscar. Too much.
We powered through that though for like 4.5 hours.
That was
5
a full-
hours.
That was some overtime.
That was brutal though.
I don't like it.
It was brutal.
I wouldn't recommend it. I just,
Oh, definitely.
we
Not.
say we did. That's
Especially,
about it.
I mean, if you're just goofing off at a bachelor party or whatever, giving that to the groom, but To, to sit down and have a serious smoke, not. No.
I seen there was a guy on one of the cigar pages I follow. They got that Q Lounge. I think it's in Calgary, and he took one of those to the Q Lounge.
You got just kicked right out or what?
And like I don't know, like what would you do? Like just get your mail forwarded there, or like you need fucking 2 straight months to smoke that thing there. You can tell I refilled the butane tonight. It's all dancy.
Oh man, this is a good one to start back into too after 8 weeks of no smoke.
That's a thing of beauty.
So if anybody is in here that's never been in here before, traditionally you do not pair scotch with cigars.
No,
but smoking them
Coffee or
together
rum.
was born out of just two people that didn't smoke or drink. Thinking,
pure ignorance, really.
what are some cool things we can do while we mock the finance bros who wear suits on the internet? We thought, well, we should probably smoke cigars and drink scotch. Couldn't think of two cooler things to do while wearing a suit sitting in a study. But worked out pretty well.
Oh, that is a fine cigar.
So we've been on a 3-year journey. Behind us is like 42 bottles of scotch we've
I
acquired.
lost count. Just in case their wives are watching, we won't say how much that's worth.
No, well, we were just before this here at the pre-game show. We were just talking about folks who spend money foolishly on designer clothes or personal
Hair and nails,
whatever you want. Yeah, right.
vanity.
And then we looked back and thought, well, I suppose probably shouldn't.
Who are we to talk?
Right, probably shouldn't say too much. But anyways, it's fun. It's been fun, and it's going to continue to be fun.
Yeah.
So
Watch still ticking?
it is. Yep,
Good.
definitely is. I took it to the jeweler dude to get a new battery put in it because I couldn't figure out how to get the back off and didn't want to scratch it all up.
Screw back, probably.
So now it's got a new battery. But
Check out this bad boy that I just got.
oh, you've been acquiring more?
Tudor Black Bay chronograph.
That's a hefty watch
It's
too.
got
Eh?
some weight to it, yeah.
That's got some weight.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
They make 2 chronographs. Well, they make more than that, but like 2 that are specific to this model. One's got a pink dial.
Okay.
One's got a blue dial, like this. And when you see that, you'd think which one would be Miami and which one would be Flamingo.
Right.
I think the blue looks like Miami Dolphins, and flamingos are fucking pink, right?
Fair enough.
No,
It's not
it's
it.
the other way around. They put the pink dial first, and they call it the Miami dial.
Okay.
And then they made the blue one, and I think they're like, shit.
Well, that is just a good old smoke. I don't think that's going to be 2 hours, but we'll see.
I don't think so. I got a pretty tight draw. How's yours?
No, it's okay. I thought it was off the start, but
I might not have. I just knocked the cap off, though. I might not have.
see,
opened
this
it up
cut's
enough.
pretty deep because this is you see
That's
42.
true. You went
ring
with a V
gauge, so-
cut.
No, I
Or
did
you
this.
went
I
with a
straight
straight
cut,
Okay.
but this hole here, so it chopped quite a bit off. Oh, mighty fine. Whew.
It's been all summer long coming.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Even pretty even burned too. I think I might have toasted a little much on one side.
Yeah, I definitely got a little frisky on the flame on the one side. That's okay. Should we have a beverage to go with it?
We should. We should.
You brought a bottle there this evening, but I had one on deck already, so
Yeah, there's definitely a few behind us yet that have never been opened, and there's not one behind us that's empty. So we are. What did you say? There's drinkers, there's tasters, and there's collectors.
Collectors.
And we are tasters, I suppose.
I think yeah, we're somewhere between tasters and collectors. We have a drink out of every bottle.
Right? What do we got here? We got the Red Breast, single pot still Irish whiskey.
Yeah, Irish.
This can't even go on the shelf.
Well,
It's
there's
sacrilegious. Or
there's
what?
a section up there
Oh,
in
is
the
there?
corner for there's an Irish whiskey. There's a Welsh whiskey.
I'm not sure if I like that.
Well, you might like it because it's made in finished in sherry casks.
Oh, fair enough. So we're
So
gonna.
I saw that Red Breast 12-year-old Irish whiskey. It's a single pot. Single pot stills are that's pretty unique to Ireland. And
Green bottle, but it's gonna be like a light amber.
yeah, it says the nose, a complex, spicy, fruity aroma with toasted wood. And then the taste is full flavored and complex, silky smooth, the harmonious balance of spice, fruity, sherry, and toasted notes. And the finish is satisfyingly long. The complex flavors linger on the palate. So,
And it didn't have a color on the box.
I mean, it's pretty fine print. So,
Right.
we're just gonna find out together.
Just gonna find out. Oh boy.
I think I might be going out already.
Just making a career out of this here. Okay, what are we thinking for a cork? Is it a squeaky cork or?
I think it's a squeaker.
Gee whiz. Open here. Been so long, can't even open a bottle. Here we go. There we go. All right, squeaker.
Silent but
Hey, it
deadly.
didn't even make a noise.
Just a stealth.
Apple.
Apple?
Just straight apple. Did it say apple on your box?
Said fruity and spice.
Just straight apple.
Oh, that's pure apple. That's
Just an apple.
That's like it reminds
Literally
me of
apple juice.
when I was a boy. We lived about a quarter mile for an apple orchard, and I used to sneak down there as a kid and eat all these cooking apples all the time, right? till your guts just fucking hurt. Anyways, there was some fellas over there that one day, and they were building fence. And this is back in the 80s when they put creosote on all the fence posts so they wouldn't rot. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a little bit too close to I'm sitting there eating my apple, trying to earn my own self a tummy ache. And I got creosote in my eye. And I've never ran so fast in all my life. Like that's the worst fucking pain ever. Creosote in the eye. Chad's got a nice vintage Pabst Blue Ribbon beer on the go. There you go.
Well,
There you go.
ooh. Oh, we were hollowing her out.
I'm gonna go for
May I
it.
pour you some?
Please do.
What color?
Christmassy color, eh?
Well, that's not too bad.
I'd
That's
say like
darker than
like
I thought it
amber,
would
rich gold. Oh gosh, that smells like more.
be. Interesting. Let's go see how it burns. It smells like it's gonna burn, for sure.
That tastes like pure apple juice. That is so smooth.
Yeah, and it doesn't burn at all.
Doesn't burn at all.
Smells like it's going to. By far, though, I don't know why that, because we've got some scotch in the back that says apple, apple,
Mhm.
citrus, leather, chocolate, and so many of the times I get like none of that.
You just get fire.
This doesn't say apple, and this literally smells and tastes like an apple.
Yeah.
So I don't know. if the tasters or the Scotch aficionados, the critics missed that when they, or we just got the one that was
Well, everybody has
the
a
bottom of the
unique
barrel?
palate.
I
Okay.
suppose.
Yeah. That's burning better there now.
But yeah, look at that, right? Even.
That's the thing, eh? With these hand rolled cigars, like the draws often different cigar to cigar.
Oh my. Cold too. It's cold tonight. It's 3 degrees, but it's cold.
Windy, hey?
It's unpleasant. It's
Like
high
she's trying to
humidity.
strip the flesh right from a guy's bones.
They
That's
do.
why I turned the heater on in here.
It was, even when I mean, of course, I wasn't going to miss this, but by the end, by about 5 o'clock, I was thinking, like, you know what? I just don't feel like going anywhere. It's just unpleasant outside.
Do you get that like this time of year when it's so dark right before the time change, where you're just like, I'm kind of done for the day?
I do. Very
I've
much
been getting
so.
that bad the last few weeks here. I've just been like, we get the kids to bed, and then you're looking like, man, I could go out to the shop and I could do 17 things, or I could crawl into bed and sit and scroll on my phone and just be a
Right.
useless piece of shit, right? It's been hard to convince myself not to be a useless piece of shit lately.
Well, and that's so for us, like, we only finished on the 11th of October. We finished harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, right away after that, there's some grain to dry. There's some grain that's in bins that is maybe not in condition, so it's got to be moved around. Got to be dried.
You got to get going.
Like everything isn't, because the combines are parked. It doesn't mean everything's ready for.
Oh, that's right.
Everything's ready for storage. So the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've been just flat out with that. Plus, like you say, the kids all started hockey. The oldest is starting 4-H this year, so there's that as well.
Right on.
There's just been a lot, and I know the other last weekend, I just kind of was like laying on the living room floor. We were playing Battleship, and I woke up like 45 minutes later. This was just out, like, just exhausted.
Your body just said it's time, hey?
Just had enough, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I often wonder, and I talked to my dad quite a bit about it, how it was for my grandpa, say. So when my grandpa he came here in 1927. Of course, the landscape looked vastly different, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't think they got power until 1959. Water was from a well until then as well, or somewhere around there, right? So, like, how tired must people have been to try to grub out a living in this harsh climate of the north? And my dad, he's obviously, like, proud of the work he's done over his life, proud of the work his dad did. But like, he's a realist too. He said, number one, we didn't have power, so we could not work late into the evening.
That's true. Yeah.
Number two, we worked with horses. The horses had to rest.
They got to rest. Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of things that are taken for granted. Like he said, his dad often went in the afternoon and had a nap in the afternoon. Like, I don't know very many people nowadays that go in and have a nap in the afternoon.
Well, you'd be looked on as
right. So
you'd be looked down on if you did that, right?
Same with the hours. I mean, if it's 2 a.m, you just flip the old light switch on, turn the heater on in the cab, and life is good.
Just
right?
keep going.
You just go. So you end up. I think in a lot of ways we're just as exhausted. Maybe not physically, but mentally.
Right.
From a time perspective, the hours we're spending, they might not be as long over the month, but they're long over the days. And
that's right.
The body just finishes out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be the same hours or similar hours. One generation did it over 28 days, and the other one did it over 14 days.
Well, and I often wonder too, like the farm family. The size of the farm families have shrunk immensely, right?
Sure.
Between 2 to 4 kids is kind of the average,
right?
Nobody's having 10 kids anymore. Very few people are having 10 kids anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can, get on and pull a plow or drive a combine or different world. And it's funny, you always think we bug the grain farmers. Well, you're just going to work 2 weeks in the spring and you're going to work 2 weeks in the fall. But like you say, like you get it all in the bin and it's not done.
It's not over. Like the pressure's off, but it's not over.
Yeah. It's like even the pressure's not really off because now it's like you say, drying and getting all that stuff like to preserve it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's more stressful or less stressful.
Well, I mean, it just depends, right? It depends on how your fall went, the condition it goes into storage. Sometimes you've given a big grace period. Other times you're basically working as many hours a day as you can to ensure things remain in good condition. So we had, I know when I was still in high school, we had piles of grain on the ground that year for whatever reason. We did get the crop off, but it was all needed to be dried. It was snowing. It was miserable. And yeah, those were days where like, I think my dad had gone back to work already and my mom just dried until it was done. Right. All day, every day. So those seasons were long. This one's not too bad. Most of the grain come off
decent,
relatively decent condition. And of course the yields were down so much that the volume wasn't even there anyway. Right. So you were dealing with a lot less volume. So now we work on the stress of trying to figure out just how fucked up our grand leaders here are going to get things before we can get into the next season. Like, are we going to have markets? Are we not going to have markets? Are we going to have
the trade
prices?
deals be there? Yeah. There was a thing I seen there yesterday or today about the peas. Hey, there's something going on with peas. What's that all about?
I know as much as you. I seen an article yesterday that India stopped a 30% tariff on peas.
30% tariff, yeah.
That's peas dropped $1 a bushel from already a low price of $7 whatever they were to $6 whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess it's a good thing our peas went 10 bushels to the acre. We don't have a whole bunch to worry about marketing.
So why are we getting tariffs from India of all places?
I have no idea. I never read the article. I don't even know if we were over there talking. Of course, someone did say that. I guess the prime minister is about. He's traveling, so maybe
half the fucking population of Ontario should be like it. You would think we'd have a foot in the door at least, but
I guess not.
I guess not.
I guess not. Those are all expats now. No, I don't know what is happening to the. I don't know what's happening to the markets. Don't know what's even really happening globally, and I don't really think very many people do. You do see your finance bros hopping on and advising and saying that they've got an outlook, right, and they know what's going on and they've got an in, but I don't think anybody does.
New crypto.
It's just literally a fucking wreck. Like every single time you turn around, they're like, and then division is just massive. I mean, the farmers out west don't give a fuck about the automakers out east, so they're slamming factory doors shut out east, laying people off. Right. We don't give a shit about that. Then they don't give a shit about our peas and our canola tariffs. So there's so much infighting even in the country that this isn't predictable.
Right.
I mean, one thing that everybody should realize is people do have to eat. So there will be global commerce around food.
You need vehicles and you need food.
But
second largest country in the world,
right?
You need vehicles.
Yeah,
and food.
You need a way to get around for sure.
Yeah.
So
I've seen there's a thing now coming out that climate change isn't real anymore.
We've been duped.
That's the official stance, I think. Bill Gates has changed his mind.
I saw something. He was shifting from trying to stop it to just try to
accept it for what it is,
ease the pain of it.
Yeah,
was more the impression I got. So I never seen the outright like retraction or denial that it's happening, but it was like we gotta stop funding to stop it and start funding the fact that we can't stop it. So
I don't know. Maybe it's not true. Maybe I just hovered over one video too long and the algorithm's just feeding me.
That is a wicked bitch of the internet. If you let it get away and you start to spend a lot of time on videos you agree with and swipe past the ones that frustrate you, you will very, very quickly, within a matter of even that same evening,
You just become inundated, hey?
thrust into a world that is completely catering to your view. And by morning, you will be like, holy man, the whole world thinks like this.
Yeah.
This must be true. And you will be just, I find so many folks that I talk to, unfortunately, they get pulled into that. And you're like, well, fuck, have you ever looked for an opposing view?
Right.
Well, are there any?
Or,
I
does that actually
don't
exist?
see any. I don't think there is. And I'm like, yo, fuck, you're living.
Well, and that's the problem, though, right? Like that's literally all it will show you, right? It won't give you a conflicting view.
What did Chad have to say?
He said that lots of shutdowns coming, lots of layoffs,
Yeah,
different industries.
I do think he's right. I got a load of liquid molasses in Wednesday night, about midnight. Dude showed up and we were chatting outside because you got to kind of unload that. At least the 10 tons of the sugar that I got. The other stuff is flowable down like to minus 35, but the sugar gets a little tough. So
Gets a
anyways,
little thick.
and he said too. So this stuff's made in Lethbridge. It's an 11-hour drive up here, and he was like, "What is going on? Like, there's just like no commercial traffic anymore." And I said, "I don't know, man, but I get a feeling there's just something.
Yeah.
Something's not jiving." So oil prices, $60 US a barrel, $48 Canadian a barrel. I don't know if that's sustainable or not. It's been that way for a while. Natural gas was up to $4 or whatever million fucking cubic feet or however they price it. Is that okay? I don't know. It was down to 3.2 before. So
no, I mean it's kind of right on par where it should be for this. I shouldn't say should be, but like where it's expected to be for the time of year. Wasn't that long ago, 2 months ago, that there was literally paying to get rid of natural gas.
Right.
It was negative pricing. But even that, like the oil and gas industry, should be, Q4. There should be tons of companies that are looking at their budget and thinking, let's go gangbusters and spend the rest of the budget for the year so that we can start fresh. And I see ConocoPhillips, they're pulling back. They're shutting down their Canadian operations most likely. Lots of people getting laid off. Tourmaline just laid a bunch of folks off. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
pretty scary.
Seems to be I don't know. I feel it's uneasy. They're doing a project right on our property right now, and that whole thing has been a nightmare since basically the 1st of August. It's somewhere around the beginning of August is when the incident occurred. It was a pipeline, they're going to abandon the leaking pipeline.
Okay, yeah, they're going to shut it down.
So now there's of course it'd been leaking for fucking God, who knows how long.
Yeah.
So there was dead crop, like it comes to the surface. There was dead crop. There was damages. There was all sorts of things. Now they've started this. They first discovered it, I think, back in August. They didn't even get to dirt work until, I don't know, somewhere towards the end of September.
Right.
And they've been delayed with lab results from soil tests and on and on and on. They're still working today. So I don't know.
You have a giant cavernous hole in the field or what?
I don't know. The initial plan was to remove like 300 cubes, and I don't know how many cubes are on these triaxle trailer trucks. 20 cubes.
Yeah, probably there about 18, probably. Yeah.
So I assume that was around 15 truckloads of dirt to come out of there. I'm pretty sure they hauled 15 to 20 today alone.
Oh wow.
So I haven't been down there in a while. The fucking hole, I'm assuming now, is going to rival
halfway to China.
The lake beside it.
Yeah.
So every time they dig and dig and dig and get more results, they end up having to go deeper, wider, longer. I mean, I'm pretty sure but see, that's the other thing too. So Dad and I were talking about this, and probably ruffles some fucking real staunch conservative feathers if anybody's watching. But our conservative government has pulled back for like 45 fucking years and let these companies do literally whatever the fuck they wanted. And I not to speak ill of the oil patch, I made a living in it.
Sure.
And I'm a big fan of natural gas and oil production. I really love not having to split fucking wood to stay warm. But in the last 20 years, certainly in the last 10, there's been just takeover after buyout after consolidation. And a lot of it reminds me of, I think, the movie The Big Short, when he was explaining the Jenga tower and they put a bunch of garbage in the middle.
Yeah.
So they throw some really nice shit on top and make it look good, but it's full of fucking garbage, just packaged. And I'm pretty sure the oil patch is doing that now. The largest companies are taking like 3 or 4 productive wells and then fucking 400 miles of 40-year-old pipeline, decrepit, failing infrastructure, and another 280 wells that need to be abandoned.
Yeah.
And they're selling it off to companies that no one's ever fucking heard of. And well, here's your package. So they're like, oh, sweet. There's 3 good producing wells here, and then there's a fucking $400 million liability.
Yeah.
Attached to it.
Yeah.
So where does that put us now? For the folks living in town in the condo, they probably don't give a fuck.
Well, it
To
don't
the
matter now.
landowner, where does that put you now?
Puts you in a bad spot.
You've got a bunch of fucking failing infrastructure beneath and on top of your ground.
Well, and as a landowner, when the landman first comes and says, "Hey, we're going to pay you $5,000 an acre," that seems good, right? That seems pretty decent price. But when you get left with the fucking mess,
right? Yeah, then they turn into
you can't get a crop off that. You can't do,
there's what I think it's Tidewater out our way. No, Blue Sky, Blue Shield or some fucking thing. Apparently they are broke, and there's so they're not even paying now.
Right.
For their surface
They
infrastructure.
don't pay the surface rent, nothing anymore. Yeah.
Right. And now and so the irony of it is the infrastructure that they're abandoning across our place now is tied into that. I think it's Blue Sky is what it's called. Into that infrastructure. It's the same age. It's from the same area.
Right.
The same. So what
Same
the fuck
load,
does that mean?
Same load of Chinese pipe that's
You
going
know?
to fail.
So, anyways, I guess as long as the I don't know. As long as, and that's the other thing too. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do the next fucking thing. You're basically limited. You can go the arbitration route. I guess you can hand it off to Farmers Advocate, or there's a few lawyers that'll take this stuff on for
good luck.
Effectively, like not pro bono, but the oil companies got to pay them, right?
That's
so
right. Yeah.
So it's not out of pocket to the farmer, but. We've always tried to negotiate in good faith on behalf of ourselves, right, without costing a whole bunch of money and employing a whole bunch of people. But when I talked to them last time on the phone, I was like, "Fuck, I think I'm gonna have to. This is out of my hands now, or out of my league. Like I don't even know what the fuck is happening anymore.
Right.
It's just truck after truck after truck. The initial agreement was pretty small scale.
Right.
Right. We need one excavator. We need 20 trucks.
Yeah.
We're gonna dig some dirt
temporary
out.
workspace.
We're gonna go up to your dugout, clean all the cattails out of it. We'd like to get the dirt off this same quarter anyways.
Sure. They'll backfill the pay for the dirt.
We'll clean up your dugout, dig some topsoil out from around it, slope it back, make it nice again. Everybody wins. Well,
Sure.
Great, let's do that. That sounds good. Well, fuck. I'm sure they're getting close to 100 truckloads.
Right.
Out of it.
Until you got the fucking.
And now I'm thinking, like, holy man, they're gonna have to quadruple the size of this fucking dugout.
Yeah, you got half the Atlantic Ocean in your field. Right?
I mean, maybe with all the fuckers selling water for $9 a cube, maybe it's worth it too. I don't know.
But that doesn't work for anybody but for the oil company.
No.
Right? Like you make a little bit of quick cash, but you end up with field that you can't grow or nothing on. You've always got a fucking soft spot there. You've always got a spot that are going to be weeds.
Yeah, it's been interesting. This has been one of the weirdest ones we've ever been through.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but it's let's say it's a new company that we've never even heard of. Bought a bunch of Ovintiv stuff, right? Which was
that'll be interesting to see how it pans out.
I don't have high hopes anymore. I did off the start. And I told the original guy, I said, I really don't plan to be difficult. I just, we want to make good decisions and just got to work for everybody, right? So, but now I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I should have just been like, there's just call this guy. He's going to take care of it.
The big companies though, like they don't care about your good decisions. They care about how much is it going to cost for you to make a bad decision.
Right. I guess so.
That's the reality.
I guess so. But I don't know either. I know so out west they had big plans for it was going to be a huge project, massive project. They had open town halls and things about it and everything. And fuck, you don't hear boo about that.
Like, I don't. They
That
drilled
was
one-
all Birchcliff and
I
stuff.
think it was, yeah.
because they were doing a bunch of Montney production.
They were-
Montney drills there.
Drilled one or two, and I think they did turn out okay. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, seems to be maybe over with. Maybe till 2026. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
But
You see that lots too, though, with little companies. They do a bunch of these gangbuster drills. They do a bunch of community consultation. They drill a couple wells, and then you never hear from them again. And within 2 years, there's a different name on the sign. And then everything you talked about in the town hall, it doesn't matter anymore.
right.
Somebody else's flag is flying there, right?
Yeah, that gets a little old. I wish there was some more accountability. You know, when they built their fucking $20 million war room or whatever. You know, but it would have been nice if they could have. The industry does need some more regulation, certainly around with acquisitions and sailing and ownership and
Well, and that's-
responsibility.
You really around licensing. That's where it's got to happen. Licensing and acquisition. So you don't get to drill any more wells until you put some stuff to bed, right?
Sure.
And
And you don't get to start anything else up. Like you don't get to rename, rebrand,
No.
start up,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
don't get to do that.
and that's the thing. Now the company, it's like anything. Like you just file bankruptcy and
Mhm.
you just start up again. Well, company does that. Same people go start another shitty fucking oil company,
Right.
find investors' money, and they just milk that cow until it's fucking dry,
Right.
pawn it off on somebody else. And that is a tight ball.
Really, eh? No, this is mighty fine. Mighty fine. Don't have any real staunch oil patch supporters in the chat, obviously, because it hasn't blown right up. Chad finally tuned in.
Loves oil and gas. Glad we don't have any plays in our place. Yeah. Big plans this area 15 years ago for gas, but seems to have been shelved. Yeah, I think lots of that stuff up your way, Chad. Lots of dry gas up there. Well, that's good because it doesn't bring the ocean in. Unless you're bringing condensate to surface now, it doesn't seem like anybody wants it.
Right.
That's the new money maker.
And yeah, they have been rocking the earth around here for the last like 5 years.
Oh,
Just
There's a fucking
Monstrous
earthquake every
pads.
fucking month, it seems.
monstrous pads, fucking fracks that just like I mean they're building. They got more infrastructure here for fucking moving sand than we do for grain now.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's just unbelievable.
All the crops are under the ground. Yeah.
So they got right. I mean they totally took over Albright and now towards Hugh Allen is another huge facility or in Wembley again.
I think there should be a deposit that follows the life of the well, no matter who owns it, by the original owner to pay for the reclamation. That's a good idea. I think about that. Like when you build a house now, you got to have that. Like there's a special type of insurance you got to have, like a homeowner's warranty kind of thing, right?
Okay,
So if something fucks up in the first 10 years, the homeowner's protected.
sure.
Imagine if you did that with an oil well. You said, hey, we need to set aside $700,000 just to put the well to bed. And just you pay that money to the AER and they hold it in trust. And then when you go broke, you go get it back. Or when you go to put the well to reclamation, you go pull it back out of there.
Right.
And because it's provincial money, you hold that money in trust and it can be reinvested and it can generate interest.
Right.
That's maybe not a terrible idea.
I think there was if you were to look in the books, I think those provisions were in place. They got every time there's an economic downturn, literally the entire province turns to fucking oil and gas as a savior. But the reality is it's created a living for tremendous amounts of fucking people. But I would argue, like at what cost? Like, was it a really good living? For Dad to be gone 335 fucking days a year, was it really a good living, or was it just a pretty decent wage?
I mean, it's been good for the economy. But it's never been good for the individual. Well, rarely good for the individual. There's a lot more brand new pickups in the trailer park than there ever.
Oh, for sure.
Than there
for
is
sure,
anywhere
for
else
sure.
in Canada. You know, it's made people just rich enough to keep them poor.
Well, and I had laughed about that. I seen. I think it was in a movie where somebody was like, I seen, a whole bunch of these sports cars outside of my local Starbucks this week, and I laughed. I said, "Fucking guy's never been to a pre-spud meeting."
Right.
Like there's more value in the diesel dualies out in the fucking parking lot than any of that shit.
Sure.
It's incredible. But yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said, back to that, I think there was provisions in here. I think there had to be a plan and there had to be a financial obligation towards reclamation. And it's just been put off. It's just like, okay, well, we'll waive that if you'll just drill. If you'll just drill.
If you just keep it flowing.
Keep some people employed, get the economy rolling again.
Yeah.
So at the expense of the fucking environment and then like literally people's personal lives to keep this machine, the economy of Alberta rolling, we just like fucking whitewashed everything, paved over anything that was supposed to be like safety nets and guidelines put into place and say, okay, well, fuck, just forget that. Let's just get going. Right? Even royalty forgiveness, like you hear this over and over again where they just pump the ever living shit out of these wells for the first 8 months or 6 months because that's the royalty forgiveness grace period.
On it, yeah.
And then it's all fucked. You just see service rig after service rig and water floods and injections, and you're like, what the fuck?
Sand washouts and fucking you name it. Yeah.
There's a movie called Boomtown. It's from the 1940s. It's where is it? I don't even know. It's out of the States, but they fucking knew this then. They talked about it. Hollywood knew it that you couldn't overproduce your wells.
Yeah.
You'd bring on sand, you'd bring on salt water, you'd bring on all sorts of things, just totally fuck up the whole field.
In on itself, yeah.
And here we seem to be doing that, and like we've literally forgot, right? And it's the whole like those who fail to read history are fucking doomed to repeat it. Like, did we forget that we've fucking been here? Right? Like we're acting like it's our first time to the show, but really speak out about that in Alberta, you're just fucking yelling into the abyss, right? Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, if you said that too loudly in the Walmart parking lot, they'd call you a liberal, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
What are your thoughts on the cigar?
The cigar is excellent. Burning fast, though. It's like, it'll be an hour and a half. I'll have a little bit more, absolutely. It'll be an hour and a half smoke for sure. I don't know what they would have called this on the cigar website. Probably only like an hour smoke, I would think.
I didn't even look at that, actually. I'm going to have a drop of water for science just to see. I know it's not harsh, but I'm just curious what it'll open up here.
Sure. That's a good idea. Good. I'll take a splash.
Oh, the cork in her.
So who's still on? There's 6. How come nobody comments but Chad? We do appreciate you,
No
Chad.
baseball fans this evening?
We didn't have a whole bunch of plans for this evening. We really just wanted to get together and have a whiskey. So
Just to say we did because it's been so long.
It's been way too long.
Have a cigar and get some. I don't even know the stuff I was stressed about a month ago when I said, "Hey, let's have a cigar." It's kind of gone and forgotten and whatever.
Sober.
Water under the bridge, but totally different. Much sweeter. You just like to see the water floating around in the whiskey, eh?
Oh, it does take very little water to water that down.
Yeah.
Like all gone.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I do like to see the swirls in there. Everybody's shy, eh? I'd be on there if I was watching this. I'd be just typing
just
all
chirping
sorts of
the
shit.
whole time.
Even just start some shit. Colonizer, right? Remember we had that.
We had that
for a while?
fella, yeah. Colonizer,
Right.
colonizers, yeah. I don't know enough about the industry to have any opinions or anything to say. Just listening. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. We bash industry. I work in industry right now. We got the heaters going in the shop.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just ripping natural gas like it's going out of style right now. But
and see that
doesn't mean you shouldn't hold people accountable.
And that is exactly the reality. Like you seem to get the extremes who are they're going to hate the left no matter what. It doesn't fucking matter, and they don't want to hear anything. Like they don't want to hear anything. So when you end up being a moderate, slightly left to center, right to center, doesn't matter, but just a moderate, you're like, well, no, that's fair enough. And I've said this too. I really, really appreciate walking over to the wall and giving the old swipe on the thermostat when it gets to -40. I do not want to go split wood. I do not.
No.
I don't want to have 80 cords lined up so I don't freeze to death and my kids don't freeze to death.
Not one bit.
Right? I'm a big fan. We do have a wood stove in the house, and I like the wood heat.
Right.
It's literally a luxury.
Gorgeous heat.
We sit down there, watch a movie, but like you said, it doesn't mean just fucking at the expense of everything. Right. And then realistically too, we've talked about this with skating rinks and things, and the economy is no different. The entire province does not make its money off oil and gas.
No.
There are just go to the fucking city. Who's doing all those jobs?
Right.
There's lots of people that do not work. So
there's logging trucks and coal miners and librarians.
Right. The oil and gas does not just directly benefit these people with paychecks and expense accounts and all the other things, right? Medical insurance and all these things that are excellent, parts of the patch. But the general public that doesn't work in the patch, they don't get those benefits anyway. So I can see that they would like to see some accountability too.
Yeah.
Or you're not driving around looking out in the so that happened in our field with but you fucking well know these pipelines are going through acres and acres and acres of public land and crown land. And fucking for miles. And so when it happens there, it's literally happening on public land now. So right? Maybe you hike there, maybe whatever, right? And just some accountability for sure.
Yeah.
Would be nice. But we see everything seems to get pieced up, sold off, and chopped up, and then nobody knows who's supposed to be dealing with it. So then it gets saddled back onto fucking the taxpayer, who maybe doesn't benefit at all from the oil and gas financially. They just get to shoulder it, right? Their benefit is the heat in the house.
What are your thoughts on the teachers? That really baffled me. That the whole recent thing, the way that the whole thing with the teachers played out.
So what did Chad say early? Don't know enough about the industry.
Oh, that was Kristen. Yeah.
Oh, Kristen. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, they're both purple.
They're both purple. Yeah. On screen.
So I guess based on the argument for the classroom sizes and the amount of special needs kids.
Yeah.
Is one of the ones that I heard big, even from local teachers, I guess. So I never asked anybody, but I asked my wife about it. She knows several teachers, obviously, and she's very involved with the kids. Seemed to be more or less that was the big thing they were pushing for. Based on that, of course, I definitely support the teachers. But yet again, as a center left, center right, I don't care where you put me. I mean, I did think it was time to fucking get back to work. In my mind, can they not fucking be at work while their negotiators are negotiating? Is nobody at the top fucking capable anymore?
Well, I think there is a level of negotiation that happens prior to them going on strike.
Sure.
That definitely happened. Couldn't reach an agreement because that happened for months and months and months ago.
I think it was happening since last February.
It did. Yeah, exactly. It couldn't come to an agreement. And that to me just baffles me. Oh, we're going to hire 3,000 more teachers. Well, that doesn't fix. I don't know if the province really realizes how many 3,000 people is.
Right.
And that the fact that to go get a bachelor's degree is a 3-year program.
Well, they said they were going to really reduce the qualifications needed.
Because that helps. So we'll be out here. Oh yeah, we'll get 3,000 more teachers, but they'll don't worry, they'll all have their grade 10s.
Couple of fucking roughnecks, eh?
Right.
4 years roughnecking experience, and now teaching English lit.
That's gonna fly. Yeah. And that's the thing. We should never lower the standards simply to meet the obligations. That shouldn't be the solution. We should just be honest with ourselves and say, yeah, we're in a pickle. We got 45 kids in a classroom. And the next 3 years is going to be fucking rough. But hey, here's where we can invest. Maybe we can start, subsidizing education programs for people that want to come into the teaching industry.
Sure.
Right? Make it easier to become a teacher.
Well,
They've done that with the trades,
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I know. There was.
But now they're shutting down fucking Fairview College, even Northwest Polytechnic at Fairview.
I see.
They can't keep the doors open.
But I'm a selfish son of a bitch too, and because Corey read that this morning, and I was like, well, I don't give a fuck. But it's right back to if it doesn't directly affect you,
Doesn't affect you. Doesn't matter.
like I have darkened the doorstep of like fucking 5 college entrances in my entire fucking life.
Right.
Right. I went to Nate to get that rig tech program when they had it.
Yeah.
Went there for one summer. I went to the Grand Prairie College 2 different times to write my pesticide applicators exam. And yeah, that's it. So
Sure.
fucking couldn't care less if it closes down or not. I mean, there's
Yeah.
like, is there other places to go? I mean, right?
Well, there is. Like,
so
you
fucking go there, because when I worked, I lived in Oklahoma for fuck's sakes. So
You can
you
stuff
go there
can
for
say
a month.
stuff in Vermilion or Lac La Biche, or you can go to Edmonton. You can go to Red Deer. There's places to go for sure, right? But when you're 18 years old, not everybody's there, right?
Yeah,
I'm also, maybe I'm a hypocrite, but I think I'm not in favor of like paying fucking student loan debt.
sure.
I don't think that should be a thing. But I'm kind of in favor of subsidizing education to the point where like we should make it easy for people to get jobs so they can contribute to society,
Yes.
right?
No, that's fair. I know. I heard of an instance where somebody was going. One of our public civil servants was going up to, I think it was Manning or somewhere, to fucking get the feasibility study on libraries or something to figure out if it's worth
Right.
keeping libraries open. And I laughed and I said, you just look at the fucking hinges on the door. If they're rusted right fucking solid, probably you can close a library.
That'll tell you lots. Yeah.
And if the fucking door opens and closes and there's somebody in there to say good morning,
Yeah.
obviously there's a fucking need for it.
Yeah.
So if there's no need for this fucking school,
Oh, Jeremy's on.
let's shut it down. Well, fuck, Jeremy will be sad. That's his fucking, what do you call it, alma mater, where you went to college.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah, that's true. He's an alumni.
Jeremy went there.
Yeah.
I don't know all these fancy fucking terms. You went to fucking elite schools. I didn't. I went to fucking Beaver Lodge Regional High School, and then I went to the fucking school of Stoneham Drilling.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I ended up there too.
I paid fucking several years off of that. I knew where I was going. I very much knew I was going to be a laborer, and that was going to be good enough for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
probably should have done something better. But yeah, and I know too, because I've said a lot too. Like, yeah, I realize that. So when I went down to the States, I was 19. And well, you were young when you came over here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you fucking walked away from
Sure.
fucking your bedroom and said, well, we're going to go do something
We're
different.
going to go do something different
But-
with life.
And
Yeah.
I do understand that, lots of people maybe don't want to, they don't feel comfortable enough doing that or whatever. But I guess what the reality is you can. If you want to fucking go to school and it's at the U of C, get in your fucking Ford Focus and fucking head on down there. Make some new friends, get yourself an apartment, get hooked up with the college admin, figure out what funding there
figure it
is.
out,
You
right.
know, it's
Seems
possible.
easy for the guys that have done it, right? But yeah, never would have got his ticket if he had to go to Olds. That's the reality. Like, there's guys like myself that I don't know what it is. It's not that I didn't love my family,
Sure.
but I could get on a plane and I could go halfway across the world and just go do what I needed to do.
Right.
And it was fucking hard. Don't get me wrong, it was hard. But I think for a lot of folks that have grown up in a family-centric environment, it's difficult for them to leave.
Well, and
You know,
I can definitely
'cause
understand
maybe
that.
they've
Actually,
been, I don't know if they've been babied or
Well-
like, I don't know if that's the right term, but
I mean, you can see it in our significant others. They're both very family oriented people. Like,
Oh yeah.
so
yeah.
I get it. That
Well, I could live anywhere in the world today, but I would have to do it without my wife, right?
and you know it's
And so that's off the table.
I've said to mine too. I said your fucking family will celebrate Tuesday. Like you'll fucking don't. I say that all the time. I say you fuckers don't need a reason to get together at all. You're just like let's fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
Where literally I fucking want to be left alone.
Right.
And maybe that's something I don't know. That's maybe a bit more unique than I think. But you know when I had the opportunity to go, I was just like fuck yeah. Let's
That's what
go.
we're doing.
Like, of course, I'm going to go get this new experience.
Yeah.
And I've talked to lots of my friends that you know, male, same age, same work ethic, and they were like, "Man, I couldn't have left. There's just no way." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I had my fucking Nexus card before I finished filling out the application to go. Like, I was ready. I was always coming back. I was never going to leave, but I was willing to fucking. They said go down there and buy a house. You got 5 years, and I thought, I'm going to own a house in another country. This is the coolest fucking thing that can go on.
Right.
Off I went. Right. It didn't bother me. It's something I wanted to do. So, you know, if getting your heavy duty ticket requires you to go to fucking Olds, pack your shit. Go get a new experience. You know, why not? But
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what I would. Well, Chad's educated. Fuck, he went to school. Where did you go to school, Chad?
He was a forestry guy, right?
Yeah, he went to school.
Yeah.
Apparently he's super fucking smart too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know what to look at him.
No.
No, he's a pretty upstanding guy. But
Wow.
yeah, apparently he's a fucking quite an educated guy. What's Jeremy saying?
He's still disking, apparently. Still disking. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, just another liter of diesel in the tank tomorrow. Bouncing across the field.
Mm.
That's a hell of a life, eh? You know, when you think about it. The guy was young. He literally had the world by the fucking balls. He went across the world. He did stuff. He worked in these big places. And you end up coming home and just turning dirt.
Yeah, well,
And I don't know if I'd want it any other way.
you know, and I do think about this quite a bit. Had COVID not happened and totally flipped the entire fucking. Now I don't know about globally, but certainly North America, like fucking shook it up like a fucking snow globe.
Oh yeah, there's
Right.
a lot of people that suddenly like their paradigm got recalibrated quickly.
Had that
What
not
matters?
happened, I do not know if I would have the same appreciation
Right.
for the foresight my parents had to keep farming through the 70s and 80s and the 90s and
When it was hard to do so,
and,
right?
and just keep not just keep it going but expand it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I say this time and time again to different customers and stuff who come that like there's no way to have any more appreciation than I do, and certainly now so throughout COVID and after COVID, there was almost no impact to us, like no social impact, no financial impact. We literally just kept going. Right?
Right.
We were an essential service industry.
Yep.
It just
You're in a good spot.
had that never happened. I don't know. Like I was always coming home to seed. I was always trying to get home to spray.
Yeah.
And I was coming back in the fall. If I couldn't make it in the fall, Corey was working in the city. She was coming home in the evenings and helping my parents.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe I would be overseas or something by now doing, I don't know if I would have, because I've said this before, like, I don't think I would have had the stay with it to do this through when it was tough.
Right.
Like when
It's
it
pretty
was when
easy,
it
though.
wasn't contributing at all and it was just eating off the table.
Right.
Every fucking paycheck was going to subsidize this fucking thing that you were
Right.
trying to build. Because that hasn't happened now. Once it's built up to a certain, and you've eliminated things like land rent,
Right.
machinery payments, operating notes, right? You've basically eliminated a lot of this stuff. Now that all goes to standard of living, so you're more comfortable now. So the whole situation is easier. But when it was hard, fuck, I don't think I would have had the discipline I'd have fucking probably walked away.
put me on a plane. I'd go fucking directional drilling in Africa somewhere.
And that was a thing too. Like, I
Right.
think, what did my dad say? And of course, right, you adjust for inflation, but I want to say he made $1.78 an hour when he was up in Norman Wells or whatever it was. Where's the place where they built the islands and drilled on them?
Where's that?
Up north, like Zama somewhere, but they built little islands and put rigs on them. What the fuck? I don't know.
Like Rainbow Lake, you're talking?
Yeah, somewhere up
Yeah.
there. So yeah, you go up there for $1.10 an hour and do your thing. But for 40, what do I think the Roughnecks are making? $40 an hour now, 88 hours a week.
Yeah, they're making bank for sure.
I mean, whatever, 6 months a year, work it up. I could probably do that again.
I don't know if I could. I still have this romanticized vision of what it is, and maybe what it was when I was there.
Sure.
But I think if I went back tomorrow, I'd be like, "Fuck, get me a job in town."
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't have anything against those guys. It's a young man's fucking gig with if you got no family or whatever. But
for sure, you'd want to find a rig that was already nippled up.
When you think what you're doing for the money you're making, if you got no experience, that's probably the quickest way to make some really good fast cash.
Right.
But if you're real young and you got no experience, that fucking Chevy dealership looks real good.
Oh, sure.
And there's not a lot of guys that end up actually saving it and doing anything smart with their money, right?
No, it is I joked with guys when I was, even when I was working motors, certainly when I was, by the time I was drilling, and I said, like, I never understood the physical part of getting hired. Got to go do a physical and do a piss test.
Right.
To me, that was the most insignificant thing to
That's
do.
the easiest thing to do. Yeah.
What they should have done was, okay, you have a meeting
test?
with Edward fucking Jones, and you're gonna go learn something about financial fucking investment here, because you're very quickly gonna come into some very large sums of money.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know what to do with it, so
No.
you're gonna sit down with a financial planner, and you're gonna figure this out, make a budget, stick with it. And if you can't, well, of course they love it too, right? Because I mean, a wealthy roughneck is not as valuable as a broke roughneck. So,
well, no, that was always. I remember when I was first started pushing. That was always the thing. Is like, hey, how you doing? You like working rigs? You think you're going to buy a truck soon? And you would literally talk guys into going to buy an F-350, a $60,000 pickup.
Absolutely.
Because then that guy's not going to quit, because he's got to keep coming back.
Exactly.
$1,000, $1,200 payment a month coming.
Right. You got to get him going on those sled trips.
He knows
you're probably not
somebody's-
going on either, but
He
he's
knows
gotta own a
somebody's
sled.
fucking railing his fucking old lady while he's gone. But he's got to fucking stay on the rig,
right?
because he's got that fucking payment coming out, right?
Yeah, that was always sad. I worked with a kid in 2000 and when we were drilling south of Grand Prairie. Oh, I don't know. Call it like 2010 or something, maybe 2008. I don't know, 2007. Doesn't matter. But that kid had an $1,800 a month fucking truck payment. It shocked the shit out of me.
Gross.
It was more than my mortgage.
And
It was a beautiful truck. It was beautiful.
Beautiful truck, but probably owned it for 5 years. You own it long enough to pay for it,
Well, it was it was still very new. He said, "Oh, and naive too, because I've said this too. If I was to go back, man, I would be literally the worst fucking employee to have. I would have a total different attitude.
Oh, me too.
Like total different attitude.
Me too.
When I worked there, all I wanted to do was move up. I ordered the first line book myself.
Yeah.
I never went to the office to get it. Read it. Phoned it was over by Costco at the time.
The EB office.
Right.
Yeah.
Went in there, wrote it. Everybody laughed at me. Oh, you're fuck. They're just going to expire. I was roughnecking still. They said that's going to expire before you're drilling. I said no.
No, it won't.
Right.
Need is too great.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
I ended up going to Oklahoma shortly after that, and that was a fucking revolving door of people. So you stick around long enough. It wasn't out of the quality of hand. It was the fucking availability
Just the
of hand,
availability.
right?
Yeah.
You know, you're there. Hey,
Yeah.
fuck, you've been here for more than 72 hours. You want to take a stab at this brand new rig? Sure, looks fun. Got a joystick. I figured it out.
Yeah. If you've ever played a video game in your life, you can probably run a rig.
Also, never really minded being dirty. Always thought big, heavy machinery was fairly fascinating and fun to operate, so that
Yeah.
kind of helped. Was fairly mechanically inclined, could get most things figured out quick. So that helped too. That's what I say. I pretty much knew I was destined for physical labor. In my next life, I'll do something like collar.
Yeah.
That'll be my next.
Probably going to be a safety hand in your next life.
It'll
Eh?
be, I don't know if I
Soft,
almost
soft hands.
sent you this meme of fucking some guys, and they're standing there pointing. They said, "Look it, there's a drilling rig over there, actually being productive. Let's get a safety hand and a toolbox meeting over there right away."
Go fuck that right up.
Oh, it made me laugh. Safety stand.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I would. I don't know what I'd want to do now. If I had a shot, it would be. I think we chatted about this maybe in like a friggin' Christmas special even last year. I do always think it would be neat to live that Christmas story movie like in downtown fucking San Francisco, New York, wherever. You live on the 65th floor,
Right.
and you have your long trench coat and your leather gloves, and you
Right.
fucking
And
go
you're a
down.
publisher for a book company
Right,
or
and it's
something.
fucking, it's kind of snowing. It's like you're in a snow
Like a
globe.
Hallmark. Fucking,
Right, the
yeah.
Hallmark, and there's the fucking doorman's there. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Bloom," and you're fucking like, "Oh, I'm going down to get a fucking jug of eggnog."
Right.
You're a fucking stockbroker or whatever the
Sure,
fuck you
yeah,
are, right?
yeah.
Just live it for just a week.
Yeah.
You go back and your shitty little kids are fucking got their nannies and you're doing your own thing. Fucking your wife's out doing whatever she does.
Yeah. Cocaine, probably.
Somebody brings you your fucking Porsche and
Yeah.
you get that hauled over to the fucking cigar club and you don't even drive it back. You get it, you fuck your, whatever. Just
I think there are those people that
it'd be pretty
those
sweet.
people exist, but yeah.
Oh, sure.
I think there's a lot of martinis and drugs. Like that's
because right now my evening consists of like rubber boots, slopping through the pigs to feed them their 7-8 buckets an evening.
Yeah.
Going to the goats, feed them. Going to the rabbits, feed them, and that's fine too. But
you
it's
find
just
it therapeutic.
I love it. Jeremy and I talk about this quite a bit when we chat, and it's so funny that people are like, "Well, why the fuck do you work when you get done work?" And we're like, "Man, you have no idea." Obviously, like the joy that just leaning against a fucking rough cut 2x6
Yeah.
fence and watching pigs
Just have the time of their life.
root
Yeah.
brings to somebody who actually enjoys it.
Yeah.
Right? Going up watching piglets born, watching a fuck
Yeah.
going up collecting eggs.
Your
It's-
day to day though, like your day job, like you got to do that because that's just what keeps the bills paid.
Oh, sure.
That keeps the thermostat going or whatever. But to be able to go in the evening, like you say, and to throw a pail of slop to the pigs and watch them frolic or whatever, you get to do that.
Absolutely.
That's a true joy. It's the small things, right?
And I've even had my little fucking pity parties. Like, oh fuck, all I did all day was make feed, and you guys got to be there. When the people came to show Corey and the kids how to cut the pigs, and even I didn't even get to go to the fucking rabbit butchering day, right? There was a bunch of stuff to do, so I was down doing that. And by the time I got done and got up there, they were all fucking
All done.
I'm like, fuck you guys. Nobody waits for me
Missed
for
out.
shit. But to go up and like I say, just lean against the fence for like 45 minutes and just watch. Rain, shine, cold, hot, don't matter. See what critters are doing.
My wife often gives me a hard time about that. We go like she can go out and she can do the chores in 10 minutes is her theory. 10, maybe 15 minutes. And she's like, "What do you do out there? Like, why does it take you an hour? Why does it take you 2 hours to go? Like, what are you doing out there?" And that's just like a guy's just hitting the reset button. That's all the guy's doing. It's just like, that just gives me the moment to just find my peace. So when I come back in the house, I'm not a complete fucking asshole.
Right.
Really. You unwind from the day. help you find your purpose.
Sure.
Not that the wife and kids aren't your purpose, but like today, like the whole family was a complete fucking orangutans, right? So sometimes, like you say, it's nice to just lean on the fence for a minute and just take a breath.
Well, it's easy too, and I know, like, you know, I've said this too, like, you know, maybe from the outside looking in, you wouldn't see a big difference between operating a seed drill and operating a cultivator,
Right.
but there's a massive
Vast
fucking
difference.
You know?
Difference, yeah.
One, you're sitting there chewing your fucking fingernails, wondering if everything's working, if you're
Yeah.
missing, right? If the fucking shit's gonna grow.
Yeah.
If you're putting down enough fertilizer, if you're putting down too much fertilizer, if you're seeding at the right depth, if it's too deep, too shallow, right? If it's too fucking dry, if it's ever gonna rain. In the other machine, you're literally, if the fucking whole hitch fell off, you can be like, yeah, fuck, whatever.
And go back up and pick
Let's
it up
go
again.
get it.
Yeah.
Go find it. Like it doesn't matter, and that's
Yeah.
the same with the, you know, even with the livestock.
But if you're
It-
just
it-
watching that on social media, you would never know that.
No, you wouldn't think there's a mindset on either side, and same with animals. So animal husbandry for most folks that I know is top of the list when they own animals. Like they want to do a good job, but in all reality, it's something that you know, as long as you're there, you can't fuck it up too bad. As long as the animals are fed and they're looked after,
Yep.
and they've got shelter, so you can be out there. I'm not wondering if you're raising your kids right, if you should have grounded them, if you shouldn't have. Right? I mean, if freaking the fuck out over not being able to spell blue was the best thing to do, or if you could have fucking let that go, right?
Probably should have let that one go.
You know, but when you're out there, you're just like, oh, here's 4 buckets of slop. If it misses the fucking trough and hits the ground, it don't fucking matter
Just
anyways.
find some mindless joy
Right.
in their day. Right?
Just to go out, like you say, totally just wipe the slate clean, enjoy a little bit of. It's not free entertainment; it's actually quite expensive, but enjoy a little bit of entertainment, and then go back to things that are taxing, right?
Yeah.
Things that you got to put a lot of thought into.
Yeah.
So, but I do
Yeah.
want to do the New York thing. If
You're right, though.
If I ever hit it, there's a couple
You
things
go
I
there,
want to
you're
do.
gonna buy a scarf,
Just rent a place for a week,
just get a hotel and with a doorman, and
or just be like, fucking, this is how people live. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, and then
go to
there's
Macy's,
like
do some
there's
Christmas
yeah,
shopping.
like a Cadillac outside. And like, where to,
Yeah.
Mr. Bloom? And you're like, well, fuck, I don't know. Take me to the Scotch store. Just go in there and get a fucking $18,000 bottle
There
of
probably
Scotch.
there probably is a place
Just-
called the Sauce Store.
Right?
Yeah.
And where to? Take me to the club. Well, it's February, Mr. Bloom. Well, fuck, take me there anyways. Take me to the country club.
Yeah.
Anyways, Chad claims it's Zama. Yeah, I guess it's Zama.
It probably,
I never been up there.
no,
I never
it would be Zama.
I never ventured further than
I've been to
yes.
Zama and in Rainbow, actually.
Hudson Hope, the north to the halfway.
Talking to a guy whose neighbor laid down anhydrous, paid Nutrien to put in 80 pounds, retested the soil the week later, down to 27 pounds. Rest gassed off. It was so dry. Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah.
We were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
It's funny what's happened over the last 10 years. People have changed the narrative to fit theirs, or changed the info to fit their narrative.
Right.
So before it was like paramount. We let the soil cool down. The soil was moist enough.
Yeah.
You know, even fucking ideal.
Now they're
depth.
just trying to sell anhydrous, so.
But the farmers themselves have fucking, you know, and one of my dad's old friends before he passed, I'll never forget it. He was drinking beer in the shop, and he told my dad, he said, "No, I really like coming here because you guys, you know, you really don't bullshit anybody." And he said, "You know, you bullshit your friends and I'll bullshit mine, but let's not bullshit each other."
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
So now people are like literally bullshitting themselves.
Right.
They're like, no, fucking, this is what
This is the smart
the
thing to
neighbor's
do.
doing this, and I'm doing this, and it's gonna work, right? Now, if you've got good ground, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 10 inches of topsoil is gonna make a farmer out of fucking anybody.
Anybody.
A 1/16 of an inch of fucking leaf mold, that takes some management, right? So yeah, you know, before it was important, right? We need the ground cool, we need the ground moist, we got to get the right depth.
Yeah.
Most people don't even understand the fucking depth of fucking anhydrous placement is fucking like 6 inches. So they just kind of fucking driving around, scratching away at the dirt. I expect a lot of them end up mining the shit, so when then it'll roll around to next year and then they'll be back up to 300 pounds through the drill anyways. So if they actually have it figured out, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, what do you think that is? You think that's pride or ignorance?
I don't know. I often wondered myself what, like, for myself to have that view of the landscape. Well, what the hell's wrong with me? Is it envy or jealousy or fucking pride or ignorance? Like what makes you think that people are doing it wrong? And for me, it's the fact that, like, what I read and what I was always told. When they say,
the numbers, if you can measure it.
Well, it ends up being quantifiable,
Right.
but people don't fucking care about that either.
Right.
It's the same with the temperature. Soil's got to be 4 degrees. It's 32 fucking degrees in September last year.
Right.
People were just flying at it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you can measure waste, you can reduce it. So why would you do it again? Why? Not only why would you do it again, but why would you tell somebody else it's the right thing to do?
Well, I do think there's a bigger, and back to it's back to the multi-general thing or generational thing when you don't worry about land rent anymore because your land base is paid for from your dad, your grandpa, your great grandpa, whatever the case may be.
You got less to lose, maybe.
The machinery. A lot of folks ended up becoming what they, there's all sorts of names from the most recent one that I heard that I found was funny was AAA farmers, which was April to August, and then Arizona.
Right.
So fucking, like, these fuckers they're done. Like,
Sure.
they should have been, the crop should have been off in August. That's why they were desiccating at the beginning of August.
Down the road over here, yeah.
So they're just fucking, what they do with all the rest of their fucking time is I don't know, because, like, lots of them don't actually end up going to Arizona. I know a lot of them do, but so for them to be here now, like in September, October, even November, they don't want to fucking, they're ready to go. Like, this should, the crop's got to be off August, first part of September, and hydrosing has to be done by the middle of September, and they're fucking going.
Away they go.
Right? I mean, whoever's down in Arizona renovating their house better be done because they're going there.
Yeah.
And I think that's born out of a lot of multi-generational stuff. I mean, they don't.
I guess
their biggest decision now is, like, how big is their 2026 air drill going to be? Is it going to be 66 feet? Or is it going to be 78 feet? I mean, they're buying it.
How many more $500,000 quarters are going to buy?
Yeah,
next
right.
year?
I mean, lots of them don't even worry about that. Like, you don't even see that, like, aggressive expansion anymore.
No.
I mean, the odd guy, but for, like, lots of these guys, they're content too. And I know there's Barn Talk. I don't know if you've seen that podcast.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it once, and the guy said, like, a lot of people are going to be frustrated by this, but there's a lot of family farms right now that are just fucking coasting.
Yeah.
They've got a land base that they didn't work to get.
Yeah.
So they're not even really interested in striking
just content.
out, right?
They're just content. They don't
they've got enough for themselves and maybe enough for half of the next generation coming up. A lot of them assume the kids are going to get educated anyway, so they probably won't want to farm.
I think, you'll see that in 20 years, though, where a lot of these farms, like the AAA farms you're talking, right, are going to collapse in on themselves. So they're going to get handed down to the next generation. Those farms will be split, and they will not sustain themselves.
No.
Like, that's the problem that our grandparents and parents had. Like, anybody that split the farm failed almost right away.
Right.
And you'll see that now with these guys that are running, dozens of quarters of land. If they split that farm, it won't carry itself.
No.
The next generation is going to have, like, worries that we can't even comprehend, right? Oh, there's a squeak.
Just had to be lubed up.
Just had to loosen it up a little bit, yeah. You need a touch more?
It's a little splash. Sure.
Say when.
That'll be good. Jeremy must be in the tractor because he's not chiming in anymore.
No.
I thought he would have been lit up for this last part of it. Still got 4 more in here who are pretty shy, eh? That's too bad. Say
5.
something. Well, Chad's, I'm assuming, one of the 5. I see 4, but say something.
even if it's just you guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, no, we're wrong about lots of stuff, I'm sure. Making coffee.
Oh, I
we were
thought
just
maybe
talking
you-
about that earlier. Do folks still do that? Make coffee at 9:00 at night and
Is it only 9?
9:30 or something? Probably
9:30, yeah.
9:30. My grandparents used to do that. They'd have folks over in the evening, or we'd even have coffee and cookies, coffee and cake before bed. That was always a thing.
Yeah, I know.
And then you wonder how the hell anybody slept at night. But yeah, people be clawing the walls later. Yeah, but that was always the thing. Have coffee in the evening and a little treat.
I guess yeah. Well,
Little treat just to let the diabetes set its way in.
Chad's a new age cowboy, right? He's farming from the 150 horsepower horse now, so
Right.
maybe he's not as tired as Grandpa was. Grandpa could come in, have a coffee, and be fucking horizontal in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But when the hardest thing you've done all day was adjust the fucking AM radio. maybe you've got a bit of energy
Yeah.
to burn yet.
Yeah. Don't drink, so made a coffee, so have something to drink with you guys. Oh, well, that's right uptown. Yeah. We still have yet to do that, actually. And I know our schedules don't allow for this, but I'm just going to put it out there that one day, we'll eventually have nothing to do on a Saturday afternoon. That we'll come over and have cigars in the sunshine.
Oh, absolutely.
Have a pot of coffee and,
because that's the better pairing, right?
coffee and
cigars.
Bailey's with a cigar, or coffee and Kahlua with a cigar. Oh,
And the last time I went to Cuba, I spent quite a few mornings in the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Like, they had a coffee bar and cigars there, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is pretty cool." Of course, sitting out looking over the Great Slough it's a little different than sitting out looking over the fucking ocean.
right.
But I mean, still, whatever. It's kind of a summer thing we got to do, like a midsummer thing.
There's
you
a
know?
few,
Like,
there's a few nights where I've had the wife's gone to work the night shift or whatever, and the kids are still here, and I'll have a cigar out on the deck and listen to the geese honk on the lake or whatever, and that's pretty
Right.
peaceful and relaxing, right?
Yeah, no, I can see sitting out in the evenings or even in the mornings, early in the mornings, right? When the sun's fucking never goes
Just-
down,
Right. Yeah.
you know, and you kind
Get
of
a-
watch it just sort of like fall into the east and then go around to the, into the north and then up again on the west. Like, yeah,
There was a few of those glorious days this summer where you get up and it's like 5 a.m. and it's 20 degrees.
right.
Like it's hot right off the get-go. Those are the good days to get out there and start the day. Good cup of coffee, cigar.
You abandoned ship on your cigar or what?
Well, I mean, I got down to the last inch and I started to smell mustache hair. So I was,
Oh, it was burning. It gets so strong, to that
yeah,
last bit. But
yeah.
hour and a half smoke on the Monte Cristo 4.
Chad was out pounding posts into concrete dirt all day. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, like there's just no giving that dirt anymore, it seems.
Smoking on a coffee. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get out. I'd sooner build fence or check cows.
Yeah.
I don't understand the fencing thing. I will say that. Like, holy fuck, I built in my entire life less than a quarter mile of fence, and holy fuck, did I hate that.
I don't think I've
Now-
ever quit building fence since we've been here.
Now, mind you, I had a different mentor. I had somebody who was very much encouraging of going to get fucking 30-year-old fence posts out of the pile in the bush, not even in shelter,
Right.
and then getting a whole bunch of fucking 40-year-old barbed wire that had been wrapped up and also not stored inside,
Not a good time.
and then build it through like 4 feet of fucking grass, like through the trees. You couldn't even like weed whack or fucking bush hog it down.
Right.
And that was my first experience building fence. Fuck, so between mosquitoes and fucking fence posts that would explode, not even a sweet ass post pounder either, just one on a 3-point hitch that didn't have the stabilizers, so it
Right.
would just shake and rock and fucking.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why I hate that job more than literally any job I've ever done in my entire fucking life. is
I can
building
see
fences.
that. Yeah.
I just hate it.
like with every fiber of my being. I hate that fucking job. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
make criminals do it. Like if someone was like, yeah, we got a chain gang. What do you want done? You want rocks picked or fences built? I'd be like, no, fuck, just let them
Just get the rocks.
just pick 3 or 4 buckets of rocks and come out coffee. We'll leave the fucking fence for. We'll just let the animals roam.
I'll never forget that I think it was the second year we were here as a father-in-law. We wanted to borrow the post pounder to put in, and he's like, "Why don't you just push it in with the tractor bucket?"
Sure.
I don't know if we've we've got different dirt than you've got. Like I could literally set the entire tractor on top of that fence post, and it's not going to go down an inch. So
I can't read that. I can't see that. I gotta go get glasses.
I'm the same. I think I got to get reading glasses.
I had glasses for a time, and then when I was directional drilling, I had it because I was fucking just screens all day long. But
Yeah.
then I got rid of them, and now I can't. Well, actually, last night there's a house about 5-6 houses down from my mom and dad. The kids call it the toy house because they give out toys, not candy.
Okay,
And
that's pretty cool.
so yeah, of course we fucking had to hit that house for. It was our neighbor when we lived in town, so right beside our house where we lived. So we go there, lights are fucking out. Devastation hits the fucking group.
Right,
Fucking toy house is
heartbroken.
closed. So I said, well, we'll just go around. And anyways, she pulled up when we made our second loop, but by then the girls were already cold, right? We got our 2-year-old. Fucking
Yeah.
was cold. So
Yeah.
she was already at grandma's house.
Makes for a short trip.
And
when you got
then
a little
the
one.
oldest, she likes handing out candy more than she likes trick or treating. Right?
Okay,
So anyway,
yeah.
she stayed at grandma's house too. So when the toy house was open for business, the light was on. I phoned my mom and I said, "Send Emmy down.
Yeah.
Toy house is open." So she come running down, and for Corey was like, "That's Emmy." I said, "Fuck yeah, it's like a pink blur." And then so she had her like 2 houses before I did.
Okay.
And she can't. Fuck, she's blind as a fucking bat.
Yeah.
So I might have to go do something. But
I got contacts. Like I'm short-sighted, really bad short-sighted. But last time I went to the optometrist, she was like, "Yeah, like you might need to fix the short-sightedness, and then also wear reading glasses." I was like, "Oh, like maybe it's time to just go get lasered up." And then the optometrist was like, "Yeah, but you'll still need reading glasses."
Sure.
Well, that sucks. But we'll see.
Well, we got the shitty like lazy eye curse, right? Where the left eye is strong. I don't know. One eye is really strong.
One's
and
better than the other.
Really weak.
Yeah.
Like really weak.
Yeah.
So there's zero depth perception. You get in and out of the car 5 fucking times and still crash into the fucking dumpster at the parking lot.
Oh, really?
It's just like brutal.
Ooh.
How we don't destroy everything when we got 50-foot fucking booms.
You
out
might,
there.
baby. You might want to see somebody about that.
It's just it's always like it's funny because when I do tell people like, well, how the fuck do you even navigate? And I said, I don't know. It's like 80% luck and 20% like good judgment. I
Haven't
guess.
hit it before, so
fuck, whatever.
Just going in the old wheel ruts.
Like, well, why don't you spray the extra 18 feet of your field? And they're like, well, I kind of thought I was. Right? I mean, the boom wasn't in the fucking trees, so I assumed it was right beside the trees. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah. You got to leave yourself enough there so you don't rip the booms off at the tree or the power pole.
Right? Well, I'm going to give up on that. That's just a nub. I don't even know.
The nub.
I don't know how long you're supposed to smoke a cigar for. But anyway, so that's an hour, probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
smoke
That's
time.
respectable.
I would think that's fine for
That's
42 ring gauge.
Yeah. That's longer than I thought it was going to be, actually.
I did too. But we're getting to be
Especially-
some old veterans here.
Well,
Like, we've
yeah,
powered through some
and-
pretty extensive
We
cigars.
sure have, yeah. And those haven't been in the humidor either. Like, I don't know how long or what conditions they were kept in Cuba.
Well, I think even outside is
You know.
better than our humidor, just in the open air in Cuba. But
Probably, yeah.
right, so that is a mighty fine smoke, though.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
Well, that's good. We'll have to find them a spot there. I
In
might
humidor too.
need to find Humidor 3 here soon. If we don't get back on a schedule.
Well, we got to stop acquiring and start consuming.
Yeah, that's
That's
fair.
the other
That's
thing,
fair.
right? You know,
Yeah.
every time we're just like,
But like whiskey, right? Like we do the same thing with whiskey. We just keep getting more and
I
more
know.
and more. And
well, I can't help myself either. Like, I just, you know, even this one, I don't know. I didn't buy this, so this was given to me by somebody, or that white box up there. But yeah, it just sat there because I don't drink at home.
no,
I mean,
well, I don't either. Like unless you're here,
so it just
like
it
that's
just
just maybe a little bit gay or whatever. But I don't know. Like,
Well, I don't know.
when we're
I
in
just
the house or whatever, we just have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or
right.
you know, we don't ever. Me and the wife sit down and have a whiskey. That's not going to happen.
No.
And I don't do nothing. I don't do anything by myself either. Like,
No.
It's funny when I travel for work. Like, I'll just go pick up food and I'll just bring it back to the hotel room. And the wife's like, "Well, why don't you go to the restaurant and just sit in the restaurant and eat a meal?" And I'm like, I'll feel like such a fucking pathetic loser sitting there eating a meal by myself.
Like the Catholic movie. It's really depressing.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a magazine or something.
So, right. So recently I had I don't know if we call it a business trip, but I had to travel for work, and I was in Calgary, and I stayed at the Deerfoot Inn and Casino.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's
And,
where they have the Westway meetings.
right. So I was like, yeah, I'll go down and I'll sit in the restaurant or whatever. And I've never felt more pathetic in my entire life, sitting there by myself eating a fucking chicken sandwich. Like,
Couldn't find one of them old ladies to pry away from the VLT for an evening to tell you their stories.
well, I mean, I guess a guy could, but
You might find out she's worth 70, 80 million, and all of a sudden Stan becomes Pip.
I don't generally frequent those type of establishments very often, so I was a little bit out of my element. So, yeah,
That's what I look for. Try to find myself somebody who's knocking on death's door worth about $60 million bucks. Maybe her husband died 35 years ago and she's a rich widower. Maybe I could be Pip.
maybe,
Myself a rich benefactor.
yeah. Figure I'm already married up, so that should probably start some problems. I wouldn't.
No, well, you never know. If you brought home a check for $1 million a month or whatever, and all you had to do was have dinner once every 8 weeks,
Just be an underworld gigolo.
just listen.
Yeah,
I could do that.
feed the cats.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, if there's anybody out there looking for that, if you know of any old ladies who need somebody to talk to,
Yeah, you can mow her grass. Oh, that'd be awful. Yeah.
shameless.
Oh, wow. Well, the whiskey I think was good.
The whiskey was good.
I think that would be a one that I would probably revisit again. Actually, that's pretty uptown. For an Irish whiskey,
You're gonna start a war.
it doesn't taste a lot like an Irish whiskey.
No,
It does
but you're
taste
gonna-
closer to a Scotch.
I don't know. We had some Andrew's from Scotland, and he was a big fan that we were drinking Scottish.
Yeah.
He was following on TikTok. He was a big fan of the fact that everybody was
Drinking the Aquavite.
everybody was very promoting the Scottish whiskeys, and now we've got this in there. So he's probably mounting the horse as we speak to wage war.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, though, you got to do something different to appreciate what you got,
Building the fucking boat.
right? That's what they do. When you hate them, they never die. Yeah.
What the fuck did he say?
I don't know.
Oh Christ. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought they were talking about old ladies.
They're
talking
about tractors. Yeah, the old ladies never die either.
Yeah.
They just keep on making you mow their grass.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good stuff. I never did count this. I think there's 25 in here.
That's crazy. That was a work colleague that had a trip. Nice. kind of sad too when you always
Yeah.
know somebody who's really enjoying life. Well, I guess you are going on a trip, but
Yeah, I'll
And
have to
we're-
see
we're
what
not
else the
going
guy
there?
can bring back, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't think I want to bring back any cigars.
I would. Oh, I mean,
You know, given what we've
Just-
got in storage. currently.
it's just a lot, right? Like,
I think I'd like to bring back maybe some rum, and we do a couple rum nights. What do you think? You're just shaking your head over there. Like,
maybe. I
That's such
guess
a-
I don't
that's
know.
such a great, terrible idea.
We did that. Did we do that twice? I know we did it once. And
Well, you
that
don't have
was-
to be a fucking lunatic, though. Like,
Well, we don't have to now, but when we get there, you never know, right?
I think that was
See, we
just.
still got
we
got
talk
one we
about-
never even opened.
Well, I know because it's fear. Like you just like this is that oral tradition that it's just going to be a runaway. If we just have 2 or 3, and then we just everything will be all right.
Make sure mommy's at home so I can call her for a ride.
Put some fucking air in my bicycle tires, and you'll get home all right.
What the kids were asking even before I came, they said, "Oh, how much do you drink?" And I said, "Well, about this much."
Yeah, but
Well, why don't you drink more?
I don't know how
Because
do you do that?
I'd have to I'd have to sleep on the floor and stand shop. I don't
Good thing there's
do
a
that.
comfy chair.
So
There's a spare bed downstairs. You'd be all right.
sure.
Might not be
Sure.
all right in the morning.
No,
Wife wouldn't give you a hard time.
you're bad news.
The wife can't die. Only one's going to work here. I'd have to face a day-to-day job now. I'm getting too intolerant of shit and less diplomatic about it.
Yeah, that is true. I do think after like you do become unemployable, and it's back to the COVID
Once you
thing,
start
like,
to govern yourself a little bit, right?
you know, and especially when you can see how things can function without a bunch of micromanagement, you
Yeah.
end up
And
back into the situation
bureaucracy, and
where you have
you don't have
Yeah.
Debbie from HR fucking breathing
Right.
down your neck.
like, man, Jeremy's the funniest guy to talk to about HR, because he encountered some incidences before he left his job where Jeremy was in violation of the
Oh,
HR
yeah.
code and didn't understand why, right? Like, this is how people talk, but apparently it's not anymore.
I
So
at a recent event, but I can't talk about it here because there's a camera. And
sure,
that'd be considered as evidence.
right?
So, yeah.
I don't think I ever had any complaints, actually.
Never?
No, I actually
Not
had,
even when you worked on the rigs?
no, I actually had a fairly good boost of self-confidence the other day. I was talking to a gentleman that we do some business with, and so like we've known of each other for years and really only got together and started working together in, let's say, the last 2. But so we were, the other night he phoned and we talked for, I don't know, probably 3-4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And he said, for all the years that I knew of you, I never had anybody say anything negative about you, like, at all. And I was like, he's like, and I said, oh, that's funny because.
Sure this dude wasn't hitting on you? Or?
Well, I said it's funny because I have definitely heard a lot of negative about you. So I mean, he knew all of it too, right? I mean, it was no secret. It was just funny, like,
That's
from
funny.
you're just the whole thing, right? But
Yeah.
I do consider myself, certainly as far as what I present to the public, like a fairly easygoing.
Yeah.
It's like a chameleon.
Right.
If you want to come in here and
You
be
just-
a Satanist, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, right
just
on, man. That's
Blend right in. Yeah.
well, perfect. What are
That's
we
what
doing
we're doing
today? Right?
Yeah.
And if you want to, roll in your whatever, we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
I can be fairly tolerant. Most recently, I've taken on the role of as like a fucking straight up provocateur. So if you roll in and you're all fucking super religious, I'm going to take the other side
Yeah.
as hard as I possibly can. We're gonna just see how that goes.
How do you think that's going to play out?
It's working very well.
Yeah.
Everybody really likes the dialogue.
right? You know, people. I told this guy the other day. He was.
That probably works though. I guess, right? Like take an opposing opinion.
I don't know. People
Sometimes just want to be heard.
They don't seem to mind. You know, the biggest thing is when you're doing that, you have to let them talk.
Yeah.
Right, where people want to, they want to shut you down with their fucking lack of knowledge right away. But you gotta rein it in and realize that you're coming from a fucking place where you have no idea either. So
Right.
You're gonna make this shit up as you go. So
Yeah.
you do have to listen. But this one guy come the other day, he said, I was here last year and you told me the next time I saw you, you were going to have a long beard, be smoking dope, be a straight up hippie. And I said, I know I was because I was on that train for a while. But then I was like, fuck, well, maybe that actually isn't the right way.
Yeah, maybe not.
So now I'm back into like,
you're clean cut.
yeah, let's shave, put on clothes, be like productive member of society.
Yeah.
So, but and then he
hard to make a living without pants.
He got a good kick out of that too. I said, like religion, politics, most people think that's off limits. I said that's the first thing I bring up when somebody opens the door.
Yeah,
it's like right, and it don't matter. It'd be like, fuck that Pierre, eh? Just to see what they say.
Sure.
Or fuck that Carney. I don't care.
Whichever one it is.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see what sort of deep down emotions we can bring up. And when you leave, you're going to be better for it. See, and I know years ago I told you, and I was like, man, so Jeremy knows this quite a bit too. I talked to him quite a bit, but like a mental fucking. I wasn't having like a mental breakdown, but I was at a deciding point of if I was going to be like, if I was going to open up or shut right now.
Right.
And I thought like I should just build a bar because everybody's coming in with their problems. I don't know how to digest this. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not even really a fucking tolerant person. At the time I wasn't. So I don't know what to do with all this. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? And probably a lot of it comes from talking with you, but just like let it go and then just be like super tolerant.
Just Norm from Cheers. You just hear
just be
problems.
like so tolerant that it's actually obnoxious where people are like, there's just no way to get a rise out of this motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if we are like pro red or blue or what, like it doesn't matter. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna say like some pretty like level-headed statements. I'm just gonna leave it.
Well, no, I think that's I think that's what the world needs more of. Like the world needs more dialogue. And if I just let you just say what's on your mind, you'll figure out whether that's stupid or not.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
And I've said that.
If I shut you down, you'll just think, oh, that guy's just an asshole, and I'm right.
Right. I told my dad that on one instance years ago. I said, man, you have to let people talk themselves into a big fucking whirling dervish of stupidity because you can't call them stupid. They'll just get mad.
Yeah.
You have to let them figure that out on their own.
Yeah.
Right. So when they get through their paragraph of fucking nonsense and then they look at you like, fuck, I'm an idiot. There you go. It's clicked. They figured it out. You're just a sounding board. It's perfect.
That's right.
No, it's been good. I had a long conversation with a dude like in regards to grain prices the other day. And me and my daughter were the only ones up. It was early in the morning when he phoned. He's one of those fellas, I guess.
Gets up early, thinks about stuff.
So I hung up the phone. My daughter's like, you look really, really mad. And I was like, you know what? And I wasn't mad on the phone. I was very calm. I was more like fucking hurt or offended by what I heard because it seems so funny that people can do so much research to a point and then they do no more. So they can do enough research to realize the grain price is, we'll just go with $4.
Right.
The grain price today is $4. That's what it should be. It's $4 at the grain elevator.
Right.
So then if they phone anybody selling grain, it should be $4.
That's what it should be.
They never did research past to realize that $4 isn't a break-even number.
Yeah.
Will put the fucking producer into bankruptcy.
Sure.
There's all these negatives at $4.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that fucking granary bins have a door for a reason. You're supposed to fucking pay.
Shut it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in doing this.
That's right.
We cannot do it for this.
It's a commodity. Yeah.
But anyways, I had heard him out. I had a very long conversation with him. I was very calm about it. Before I would have told him he's a fucking idiot and that he could easily go somewhere else.
Sure.
And pay more or less. I don't give a fuck.
Go find your $4 wherever you want.
Go wherever else you want to, right? But no, I played it out and she was like, you look really mad. And I was like, no, I guess I'm just disappointed. Right? I'm just fucking disappointed.
Yeah.
That this fucking guy could do enough research to know that he should be able to get, and then further to this, like wholesale prices for fucking convenient volumes.
But do you have to do that much research anymore though, or can you like just spit it into Google?
Oh fuck, no, it's no research.
And have whatever
Just-
AI tells you, and
Oh well, no, you can just log on to any grain company's fucking website. It'll tell you the date prices.
right,
Like there's nothing in there. But you know what it would take was an understanding of the industry,
right.
right? So
That's
there's
the
no
knowl-
understanding of the fucking
Knowledge
industry.
or data analysis is not the same as understanding.
Exactly,
Comprehension.
right? Like there's just like, well, this is the number. There's no understanding of the absolute fucking destruction raining down on the agricultural sector at
Mhm.
these low yields and low prices.
Right.
It's just like, well, I heard that this is what it's worth. Fuck,
Yeah.
that is what it's worth today.
Yeah.
I don't plan to sell it today.
Yeah. Good luck.
If you want to buy it today, you're gonna have to pay fucking what I think it's gonna be worth in 6 months.
Exactly.
If you don't want to pay that, I'm gonna fucking hold it for 6
Yeah.
months. Call me in 6 months if it's still worth $4. And then I told him this. I said, because he said that. He said, well, what if it doesn't go up? I said, I'm going to unload all of my bins onto the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And then put a fucking tarp over it. I'm going to put next year's crop in those bins.
Yeah.
Right? My cereals are going on the fucking ground. I said, I'm not going to give them away.
Why would you?
It's just, there's no fucking point. And I mean, if it fucking all rains and washes away, I guess, then we sell the farm. But these are all
You lose the money on your terms.
right. Yeah, it's
right.
their chances we're all willing to take.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. The confirmation bias that people quickly jump to, and I guess that's another downside of the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just another batch of information, and however inaccurate, right? Dealing with customers, you just got to smile and nod. Doesn't matter how much they like the NDP. Well, I think they probably come from all walks, hey? Like you probably get everybody,
It's fucking brutal. It's absolutely brutal.
you know.
It is literally from every side of the political spectrum, every side of the religious spectrum, every side of the conspiracy spectrum, every side of the economic spectrum, right? I mean, there's people that they struggle to get that $17 bag of chicken feed.
Yeah.
And the fucking next guy that pulls in is worth $75 million.
Right.
He owns a huge oil field company in Grand Prairie. And you just like, so like I know for me, and I've said this before, like this whole thing right here has helped a lot grow as a fucking person as far as being able to have discussion with people.
Just have the
Right.
dialogue.
Because before I was just a massive introvert.
Right.
And if you weren't a roughneck, I didn't fucking really
What are we
want
going to talk
to you,
about?
right?
Yeah.
So, and now, you're shifting from like, the discussions of, fucking, just literally everywhere. And of course, 98% of it, you're a fucking junior amateur at. You have no, you've done no preparing,
Right. Yeah,
I seen that Charlie Kirk guy, one of his things was saying, he's like, he was 2 hours a day of prep, like every day, 2 hours a day studying prep.
Right.
And before he went into these intent, like when he went to Oxford and stuff,
Sure.
before he went, like he said, it was like fucking days with a team of people prepping for this, right? Like a lot. And it's funny, a lot of people look at these people and like, holy fuck, these are like linguistic geniuses. They're
So well spoken,
fucking
so
smart.
articulate.
Their job, that's literally their fucking job.
Yeah.
They have a team of people
It's
on their
studied and
plane
rehearsed
that are covering, like lawyers do this shit. They're covering every single angle and they're coming up with an answer for every potential question.
Yeah.
And they're creating like channels where you can remember this shit and like all sorts of things. Right? Most of us don't have that. You got to
figure it on the fly.
You've got to be
Off the cuff.
off the cuff for sure. But then
It's a
also
little-
like worldly, so you kind of know, right? Like, because you can't just be like, well, you can't start talking about something you know absolutely nothing about. Like you literally have to be versed in everything, and
Yeah.
especially once you get to dealing with, well, you see it all the time in work, because you deal with fucking all sorts of people, and you have to be able to relate on some level.
You do, but you also have to recognize when it's time to be like, I'm over my head here, and just be like, have a nice day. Yeah, just shut it down.
Yeah, for
not,
sure.
Not to stop the conversation, but just to recognize like you're not qualified to even
Right.
continue on the conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
just
for sure.
have that humility, right? Or just say, you know what, I don't know. You tell me. And then you'll probably get 15 minutes of your life that you'll never get back.
Right. Well, I can say for me, it's, you know, I would say overwhelmingly been positive to hear all these other sides. I will say though, like, as far as like to stereotype, that is not a negative thing. Like that is a tool that can easily be used. And I mean, like a lot of times you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's
Within-
used in good faith, right?
You can tell within 5 fucking minutes of this person being like exactly where they're standing.
Yeah.
And it's not even just on a few aspects of life. It's literally in their entire personality
Sure.
can be stereotyped
Yeah.
in fucking what they drive, how they walk, how they dress, how they act. It's instant. You're just like, fuck, what stickers are on their vehicle?
Like
If there's stickers at all
from a
on their fucking vehicle.
From a profiling perspective, it's pretty quick to put people in buckets. Like most people can only manage 5 to 7 things at a time, right? So there's not a lot of there's not very many Renaissance people out there that are just really diverse personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You can pretty much suss, I'd say 80% of the population out pretty quickly.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And with that too, because when you break that down, there's only like, there's a half a dozen slots that those folks can fit in.
Yeah.
So even though you're dealing with maybe a large number of people, you're only dealing with a small number of categories.
You
They
just
all
take
fit.
bring the old sorting hat
Into
out,
one.
okay?
Right. Oh, for
what house
sure.
are you going to go into?
Right.
Yeah.
I know I've told Corey too. And it's funny because the odd times, as this got bigger and bigger and bigger, there's a lot of times too where you just get in and you just get your bowl of soup made or whatever, and somebody pulls in. Okay, well I'll go load.
Yeah.
I'll go chat with them. And lots of times she said, "No, I get it now. I get it. Why you didn't have much to offer at the end of the day. You're sort of ready to shut down.
Sure.
Because it's a lot." There's generally, the interesting thing to me in all these years now, meeting all these people, is fucking very little like positive.
Do you find that's the case? Like when you're loading folks up, that people just come and they like you're the therapist, and so
I do, because
you're refilling people's cup, or maybe you're not refilling their cup, but they're emptying yours in some cases.
Oh, for sure, because I'll say because like. And I don't know if it's the fact that people don't want to gloat or brag or anything, and I don't understand why. If good things are happening to you, that's a lot more beneficial to the general public than if bad things are happening to you.
Yeah, people generally, and that's an interesting thing about human nature, is that people generally don't share the positives of their life because they don't want to be seen as braggarts.
Right.
But we can draw a lot of similarity on shared trauma. Right.
Sure.
So if I tell you I'm having a shitty day, you could sympathize with me and we can meet on common ground.
Right.
But if I'm having a fucking great day, then I just seem like the biggest asshole in the world if you're having a shitty day.
And it's funny because, and I was telling this to, a guy that I know, he's from the States or whatever, but large business owner. And, it's a family thing or whatever. So obviously very, very wealthy. The last time I talked to him, I said, fuck, man, just do you own a yacht or a fucking sailboat or something that we can talk about? Like fuck, and he's
tell
like,
me what's going good.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, I said, fuck, man, you're rich. Your grandfather had good foresight.
Yeah.
Obviously, your dad, yourself, you guys have kept this all going. Like, be proud of this. Like, fuck, tell me. Like, I talk to people with problems all the fucking time.
Sure.
The engine's blown. The fucking cow died. The fucking kid's sick. The fucking, tell he said, well, we do have a lake house. I said, how many fucking square feet is it?
Right.
Is it 20,000? Is it 2,000? Is it fucking tell me something cool, right? And I don't understand why people don't. I guess maybe the general recipient of that information is going to think you're an asshole, but I don't. I'm like fucking sweet, Like it gives
that is
something
pretty awesome, yeah.
To aspire to. Oh fuck, that's cool, eh? Like hey, you're never going to happen. But if I ever end up down there, maybe you could show me your fucking lake house. Maybe we'll have a
Yeah.
beer there or something,
Yeah.
you know?
I
But
could at least drive by.
Yeah,
and be like,
fucking,
oh, fuck,
you
that
know,
guy's
but-
probably good.
I told him, I said, fucking, where do you live? Send me, I want to look at your house on Google Earth.
Yeah.
Is it huge? Is it big? Do you live in a mansion?
Yeah.
You know, I want to see something that's not like sad, depressing, you know, because the people that it's all it is. It's like, you know, cars broke down, fucking water heater quit, stove hit, fucking quit, dishwasher quit, microwave quit.
Right.
Like literally everything in 2020 fucking and beyond is junk. The vehicles are junk, the appliances are
Sure.
junk, fucking clothes is fucking shit. Threads fall out, pockets fall out, coats rip. It's all
It's funny
sucks.
though. Like if you meet somebody and they tell you, like, you say, how's it going? They say, oh, good, and you, right? And that's the end of that conversation. Like nobody ever says what's good.
Well, and
nobody ever says why it's good.
And see, that's funny because, like, you know, I don't really have a problem with telling people. They're like, well, how's it going? I said, really good. We're flat out. It's busy. We get lots of support.
Right.
Things are good. We got, you know, a new supplier of this. Somebody contacted us, interested in, you know, I'm willing
But
to
that's,
share.
like, that's a huge part of Western culture. It's just, it's good. Fucking, I don't want to talk to you, but it's good.
sure.
And it's just a submissive way of like being polite, but also like
I guess so.
also being dismissive, right? So it's polite, but it's also kind of fucking rude. Like,
It gets to be a fucking drag, is what it gets to be. Because, like you say, there's so much commonality to be shared.
but I
With,
want,
it's a fucking drag.
I wonder too, though, like, do we really have a culture of gratitude, or are we just not? Like, if you said, "Oh, how's it going? Like, what's new?" and I fucking, I can remember all the shitty things that happened in the last week,
Mm-hmm.
but can I remember all the great, amazing, like, super awesome things that happened this week?
Well,
It's harder to do that.
but I think that's like it's, you know, it's because nobody wants to fucking talk about it or hear about it, right? Like people don't want to hear about it, and you know, like,
Nobody wants to see pictures of your kids.
right? And my dad
That's
was
what
saying
it
that
is.
too. He said, you know, like it seems, you know, society, they don't want to see the neighbors' kids in fucking bare feet, but they also don't want to see them in fucking, you know, top dollar shoes either.
God forbid anybody ever get ahead
You
of
know,
you.
they just they don't want to they don't want to see you suffering and in the fucking food bank line.
Yeah.
But they also don't want to see you fucking jetting off either,
Yeah.
right? So they and that's kind of a shitty thing too, because, you know, right, like, yeah, you know, there's that whole song about, you know, like the whole thing, right? I mean, pissing in my yard ain't gonna make yours any greener, like all that stuff. And
Sure.
it's very, very true.
I don't know
Right?
what song that is, but
You know, the whole fucking song is talking about, you know, like, you know, being a prick isn't really gonna
okay,
isn't gonna fucking brighten your day.
right.
You know, wishing bad
Sure.
things on somebody
Yeah,
else.
blowing up my candle isn't going to make yours any
yeah,
brighter.
right.
that
And
kind of
it's,
thing.
the whole
Yeah,
thing is
yeah.
is about that, and that's very true. And most people too, like you say, is they kind of want to see you just exist, but not really be too successful, because then they can look to themselves and be like, well, why aren't things happening for me? You know, or why are things happening for them?
Right.
You know, there's all sorts of questions that
Yeah.
remain unanswered.
And
Right.
societally, like we paint a pretty broad brushstroke on like celebrating mediocrity at all levels.
Sure.
Right? You know, hey, you showed up today. Good job.
Right?
Like that, you're enough. Maybe you're not enough, right? What do you see?
I was just watching where your fingerprint is, because does it not highlight it to you? That one's gray.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just where the mouse is sitting right there.
Oh.
But a lot of mental gymnastics dealing with people. Sure, like the guys that are mostly positive and like to joke around. Hard to deal with the negative guys all day long. Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing, you know, like, and it's funny because our buddy Dan, right? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Sure.
So, and I will admit, like, I've had a pretty. So when I was actually at hockey today.
Yeah.
You know, and I was kind of looking around, and there's quite a few parents that they're our friends I've known, but I don't drink with them or anything like that. And so like I made a total shift in who my friends are, right? Or at least the people I communicate with. And ironically, fucking they're all right here. right?
Yeah.
And so, the other day, Chad sent me a picture. Good things are happening for Chad.
Well, that's good.
New tractors, there's things that are happening, and I'm fucking sweet, right? You start to ask questions, you appreciate, you're like, fucking good things are happening for this person, right? Historically, the people I associated with those things didn't, right? I mean, it was just a fucking drag, right? I mean, there was no. I mean, it's awesome.
It's all thoughts and prayers
Right?
and condolences instead of like.
Sure, right? Like, this is deep, like I asked, was it more or less than it was a few years ago? Did it go down? Did it go up? Right? Did it actually show some genuine fucking interest?
Yeah.
And then
Celebrate together, right?
be fucking, I guess, as happy as you can be over a text for somebody else
Sure.
having something cool happen for them,
Yeah.
right? So, but no, like you said, it's been a lot better to like be around more upbeat people, and certainly people that also want to see you be successful too,
Yeah.
and genuinely want to see you do good,
Yeah.
not fucking the whole fucking fake fucking facade. Oh yeah, I hope you do good while they're secretly rooting against you. That fucking shit gets kind of old. But
Yeah. Do you think like they're rooting against you or they're just competing?
I do believe that so if they're not at all involved in your industry or anything you're doing, I do believe that people are. I mean, any more of this? Are you done? I do believe that there are people out there that are kind of hoping your candle gets blown out. I really do believe that.
Like they're just waiting for the 20% off sale at the end of the yeah.
Right, or the ceasing to exist or whatever, right? Just like don't have to hear from them anymore. Don't have to see them online anymore.
Right.
Don't have to, they're back to just being whatever.
Just
I do really
just like
believe
another
that,
quiet,
right?
subdued member of society. Right? Yeah. What a sad fucking way to live your life, though. Hey,
it would be for sure.
Just to live in the dark.
And the crazy thing too is I believe those people will all fit into the group of people that knew you before anything good happened to you.
Yeah.
Maybe grew up with you. Anybody that knew you after or during your rise are like, yeah, they're rooting for you. And then maybe by the time you get, years of that, maybe those same people eventually turn on you and get old with it too.
Yeah.
I don't know how that goes. I'm still very young, so I've never, and I'll never experience that anyways. But
well, I'm not that much older than you, but I've definitely seen situations where people, and this is kind of a sad story. It's just maybe go in the opposite direction where we intend to go with this. But I've seen where people that I personally have worked to elevate have then sought out to try and put me down.
Sure. Well, I believe that exists.
Like that to me is like the ultimate fucking betrayal. How people do that, but it is interesting, like how people's ambition fuels them to just completely work against people that are actually trying to help them.
Oh, sure.
No,
I can see that. I can see clearly that happening. People like that. With that personality, with that.
Yeah. I think it's great that Chad and Robin are doing great. I'd like to hear about it and how it takes to make myself and farm better. I wish I knew you guys 20 years ago. Well, a little sappy. No, I don't know. It's not sappy. Like, I think that's legit. Like,
Chad's saying I missed all of those.
The world had more people in it that actually tried to build each other up instead of just sit around the coffee shop and shit on each other. I think we'd be in a better place, right?
Talk to you guys doing well. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Dessert?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll fucking power through one or two of those bad boys.
One from the middle or one from the side?
What's in the middle? I'm gonna have one of these
That's
first.
The vanilla ones.
Oh, really? Well, we'll have one of these first. Vanilla and then cherry. Yeah, and I will say too, like when I started, this is crazy. This is how small the world is. So,
all right,
2 years ago, I reached out to AlphaTech in Legal, Alberta.
Yep.
Want to sell you cubes. Not a fucking chance.
Don't want a piece of it.
Too many people out there doing it. Okay,
fair enough.
So we deal master feeds. Call our guy at Master Feeds. I said, well, we want cubes. He said, geez, there's a place in Bowden. You should call them because we get
I think they source Alpha Tech cubes.
Right.
So what we could do is we get them from Alpha Tech, sell them to you. It's going to get more and more and more, right? I said,
Right.
okay. So get in contact with Summit Forage out of Bowden, Alberta. Obviously, fucking easygoing people. There was very little to go on to set up.
Yeah.
Boom. Placed an order, came, paid the bill, sold the cubes. Life was good.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the fuck Bowden, Alberta is. Somewhere, I think, north of Red Deer.
Yeah.
Maybe around, I don't know, somewhere there.
Like Pinoca.
So kids playing hockey today, 9:45 till 10:45, waiting for him to get changed, standing in the lobby, and I heard the quietest Robin, and I was looking around. Some guy was just staring at me, and he's like, "Geez, yeah, I own Summit Forage."
Small world.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I seen you on TikTok." And he's
Huh.
like, I kind of just like recognized you,
See
and
the face.
I recognized the voice hollering or whatever.
Right.
So I had a long chat. I was like, "What the hell are you doing up here?" He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, my granddaughter plays." So obviously, his daughter lives in.
Oh, well, that's
Sacramento.
good.
But I was like, "Fuck." So yeah, like even getting in contact with them. So I mean, I text him quite a bit. Obviously, when we're ordering or whatever, when we were doing our fundraiser for the arena, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'll absolutely. We'll
Yeah.
send you up some stuff on the next
Sure.
truck for your silent auction and stuff like that." So, like all the people, I guess what I'm getting at is all the people that I met have had no fucking interest in cutting the grass or blowing out the flame or anything. Everybody wants you to, very much rising tides people.
Right.
Right.
You're surrounding yourself
As-
with the right.
As you're doing better, we're doing better. So
Right.
let's all fucking right. And maybe it's a distance thing too, right? Like I don't have friends. Well, actually, I do have a friend across the highway, but mostly I don't have friends right fucking adjacent. Everybody's, Jeremy, Chad, they're further north. You're over here.
Yeah.
The Summit Forage people are in Bowden.
No,
So-
maybe the part of that is that you're not in A, you're not in competition, and B, you can't flaunt the fact that you're doing well in front of them.
I guess so.
It doesn't hurt their own ego, their
Right.
own pride, right? Maybe.
And it very well could be.
And then thirdly, it's just the right people.
Sure.
You know.
When I said that too about the guy that gets all the straw from us, and I was like, isn't it funny how far you have to drive? And it's not that we've ever turned our neighbors down.
Yeah.
It's just, like I guess over the years as things changed for us, I guess they stopped phoning. They didn't
Right.
want the straw anymore. So okay, we spent a few years where we put all the straw back.
Yeah.
And then some good friends of ours out towards Hazelmere anyways,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We get to be very good friends over the years, and now we're just like, yeah, you just have like 100% of it.
Yeah.
And I even tell people now, I'm like, when they're done, then we call the next people on the list.
Sure.
But it's just the irony of it is, we got them driving our way to get straw, and we got sometimes our neighbors driving all the fucking way over there to get straw. It seems to be you just can't coexist very close,
Right.
right? I guess.
Hmm.
So
Sure. Chad says, I really like guys that think outside the box. It's hard to get ahead doing exactly what the rest are doing. You got to go against the grain and take informed research chances. Seems some of my better friends are either not in agriculture or south of the river. Anyone else is a competitor around here mostly. Easier to open up and bounce ideas. Jeremy said the competition thing is true. It's almost like they don't want to talk about tractors and cows. It's interesting. The competition thing. Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but you talk about guys that lie to themselves. There's a couple old boys I know close to here that will just, like, I don't know if they're lying to themselves or they think everybody else is going to believe you, or if they think they're pulling the wool over your eyes to make you fucking make bad moves, or just what it is. But like, they tell you how many bushels per acre they're getting, and like how much fertilizer they're putting in, and what even like what brand of tractor is better than the other. Like it's all just
Right.
fucking confirmation bias. But to some degree, I think it's also like seeding a little bit of sabotage on the neighbors.
Sure. It's funny you say that. I was talking to, another guy. He's kind of a newer guy to the area, I guess. But, he stops by every once in a while, gets, hard lick tubs and stuff. And we were chatting.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you even talk about farming? And I said, like, no, with about 4 people. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, don't you ever like wonder like what people are getting for yields? And I was like, no, I just assume it's between 5 and 25, 55
gotta-
bushels an acre
You
more
got to
than
do
me.
your own thing, right?
It's just more than me. I just assume that, right?
Yeah.
So where I can be realistic and be like, I don't know, it's between like 70, 80 on this quarter. I just assume the guy farming right fucking beside me is getting 100.
Sure.
At least that's what he's
Well,
going to
that's
say.
what he's gonna
I don't
tell
know,
you.
fuck, so it's
That's
just
what he's going to
whatever,
tell you
right?
for sure.
And I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's to your detriment, being too forthcoming with information, maybe. But on the other hand, like years ago, I had shown you that TikTok about the dude reading the canola fucking the yield report.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think somebody, like the yield report was between, I think, 38 and 42 bushels an acre
Right.
for his
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a fucking producer he knew that didn't get less than 50.
Right.
I think somebody's fucking bullish.
Yeah.
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 And I find that, I don't know, I find that's one of the reasons, somebody texted me this fall too, and they're like, how's it going? And I was like, yeah, no, it's all right. And they're like, oh, and they started, to start a dialogue. And I was like, man, I'm not going to talk about
Yeah.
farming with you. I'm just going to get fucking mad. Right.
Nobody wants to just say,
Right.
we're going to get by this winter.
Because I'm not interested in your fucking bullshit. Like that's the thing, right? I'm not interested in it. Like if you're gonna be remotely fucking truthful, even vaguely truthful, I'm just fucking not into it.
Right.
Like, I don't. I can make those assumptions myself.
Yeah.
Be like, holy fuck, this guy's getting 4,000 bushels an acre. And I don't need to. I don't need
He's
to
just
tell
out
me
there
that,
seeding
you know?
witchcraft. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can lie to myself about how well it's going for you.
Yeah.
I love stories. What are they saying here? Kind of anyways.
Hard to beat Dave's advice.
Oh, Dave's, yeah. Yeah, Dave gets pretty fucking into it on the old. I don't know what the dude's deal is. If he's a fan or if he's a total hater, but he flip flops here and there.
Yeah.
He leaves a lot of comments on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I sucked because of my yields. Yeah, well, I'll show up one day and see what's in his bins, I guess.
Right. It's funny. I heard stories about Dave from a different industry. People are like, "Yeah, I wonder if it's the same guy." Apparently, he lives up by Chad.
I've never got that, like we're all out here just fucking just trying to figure it out as we go.
Just giving her
Every
right?
one of us.
Just
Just
doing
trying to
stuff.
fucking figure it out.
But yeah,
Told me that canola snow rotations are the best. Dave. Huh. Everybody needs a Dave, I guess.
I know it definitely got me some good laughs watching Chad take him on. It was funny because I don't. There's been multiple times where I've typed like, "Do you fucking ever read what you type, Dave, before you send it?" And then I just delete it. 'Cause
It's
I'm just not getting into
Right.
it.
You just don't need to teach a pig to
It's like,
sing.
holy
Right?
fuck, man! Like
Yeah.
it's so incoherent. It's just fucking all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But he
whatever.
knows.
He's a loyal viewer. He's
Yeah.
watching every video.
He's adding
so
to the.
he might be in here too. He might be the one not talking. Who knows?
He's in here paying to watch the ads.
Right? Sure.
So
Adding to my monthly income. So
west of Chad, over Hines Creek. Years ago, I was working on a service rig in Hines Creek. We did a 35-day stint there. Worked with a fella named Bruno, old alcoholic fella, he found the liquor store at Hines Creek, and we never heard from him again for like 5 or 6 months after that. It was a good place to fall off the wagon, I guess, at the end of the line.
That's too
The old
bad.
Hines Creek, end of the line. Too bad, yeah. Yeah.
Wonder who won the ball game. Nobody's phone's dinged. That should have made the news.
Do you think they're still playing?
Are they still playing, Chad, or what? Chad don't have the ball game on. He's not a
Chad
sports
doesn't
guy.
watch
Neither does
sports.
Jeremy either. What about the last person that's watching, not saying nothing? Are you watching the ball game too? Maybe it's Kristen. Did Canada win the title? Oh, I'm making it to the stuffy part of the cigar now.
Yeah, these dessert cigars just
Stuff the guy right up.
they begin to stuff a guy up. Let's look it up here. Blue Jays game results.
What's he saying?
The LA Dodgers. Is it the Dodgers? Is
The
that what
Dodgers,
they're-
yeah.
They win 5-4.
Oh, they won her.
World wins 4-3. World Series Game 7.
Oh,
Today was Game 7.
Today was game 7.
So they like won one.
She's over. Toronto goes home.
Fucking.
I guess
Should've
Toronto's
bought-
at home. I think it was played in Toronto.
I should have bet on that game because I knew they were going to lose.
It was funny that the dude I was talking about from the States, the rich dude,
Yeah.
he messaged me before I came here. He said, we put in, what did he say? Something about we're gonna, what the hell did he say now? I gotta read it. Because I bet him on the not the Grey Cup. What's the other one? The World, no, the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
I bet him 1 year.
I just,
Taking bets on the game tonight. And I said, what are we wagering? And then he responded to that with, well, I don't want to waste your time. So I don't know if he's fucking retarded or
oh, I don't know.
but that wasn't the answer to the
That
question.
was not the answer to the question.
So
Just
I guess
didn't want to get into it.
being super duper 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 successful doesn't fucking make you articulate for fucking answering questions. I
Maybe
guess.
not.
Anyway, so we didn't wager, but I know 1 year I lost $100 to him, and the next year I made $100. But he brought us a bunch of cigars last year, so
Well, that was the guy.
That was the guy. Yeah.
That was the guy. Well, we
It's
can't
funny
say-
this year.
Can't say nothing too bad.
This was
about him.
funny too. So this year he messaged me. He said, "Can I bring you something?" And I said, "I don't want nothing. Just come up.
Yeah,
Just enjoy being here.
yeah.
I don't fucking need something." You always say that. I said, "You know what? Corey likes wine. Fucking
There you go. Box of wine.
bring her a bottle of wine." So the fucking prick sends me a video of his wine cellar.
Fuck.
Like,
Hey, you know what
fucking-
though? Consider what we just talked about. We got to be happy for him, right?
oh, absolutely.
Fucking guy's got
but
a wine
I
cellar.
thought, like, fuck, like, what a guy. He couldn't
Yeah.
just get a bottle. Like, he's like, yeah, fucking check out my wine cellar. And it's fucking, it's not, it's,
Yeah.
did I send you the video?
No.
Oh,
no,
I sent it
no.
to Jeremy. It's like a fucking several hundred square foot room. It's got tables and shit in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not just like a fucking thing from Costco with 18
Yeah.
bottles in it.
Yeah.
It's got like Chile, Argentina, like a country
Oh, man. Like
tag
he's got
on the walls.
Full
It's
blown liquor store.
fucking
in
all brick, like
Yeah.
fucking tables and like all shit like this.
there. Good for
Thought,
good for
holy
him, though, right?
fuck, man! And he's like, yeah, no, I've been like sober or been at whatever 4 years. I don't even drink wine, but this is all here.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, of course it is. But anyway, but it's
Yeah.
funny. Like that's the shit I wanted to see. Like
Yeah.
fucking cool. Like
That
I
is
know
cool.
a guy that has a wine cellar.
Yeah.
I'm not just a fucking place in the cold room where they keep 6 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
A fucking wine, like a place in their home that somebody actually built, and it
Yeah.
probably is at the right humidity, and the
Right.
bottles are all at the right angle, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
If you
pretty
come,
neat.
you go into my house right now. We go look in the cold room. There's like jars of pickles and fucking salsa and like
There's a box of
sack
fucking
of
Jackson
potatoes.
Triggs.
And Jackson, yeah, exactly. There's some Callista wine from a couple years ago. We went to see Okanagan or Shuswap or whatever. Yeah.
Fly.
You found a fly? A little late in the season for that fella.
Right. What's Chad saying?
25 years ago, spent $100 in an hour. That'd be hard. Get a guy buzzed now at $10 a beer. Oh, $10 a beer at the bar now? Is that what it is? That blows, eh? Probably
Christ.
is.
I haven't been to I haven't bought a drink at a function in forever.
I was in Calgary a couple weeks ago and I bought dinner for the guys that work for me, and yeah, it was fucking $700.
It was Torquay, eh?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to expense. Give me a receipt. I'm gonna need to expense that. Yeah.
I will say though, and this is fucking whatever. Take it as you want, but
Eating and drinking out.
I've been lucky enough in the last few events I've been to. It seems like enough people know who I am that I know someone. They're like, oh man, let me get you a beer.
Yeah,
so I fucking haven't had to partake in the purchasing of shit for quite a while.
Yeah,
not that I go to very much stuff, but the few things. There's always seems to be somebody there that's.
Chad's been 2 weeks in a wall tent, but now hunting. Obviously, you're not in a wall tent. Must be.
I had supper and booted and. That's the whole reason too why I gave totally up on that is that I cannot handle the hangovers like I could in my early 20s
from deer camp.
Holy fuck! Well, I never did that, but even just the drinking, I used to be able to friggin' roll out and fucking time had no relevance to me.
Hung over for a day and then just fine after that.
Well, just not even you just be you would just exist after closing time. You figured it out and functioned, and now it's just not that our last wine Scotch tasting basically ruined it for me.
They never ran. I don't know if we ruined it or if they just couldn't top it after that. They never ran it this year, right? They just did a wine tasting this year.
Oh, they were like, we can't have those.
We can't have those fucking guys that drink us under the table. We're not making any money at this fundraiser.
That was stupid.
So they just did the wine tasting event this year.
Never heard back from the driver either. She come and got her turkey, and that was it.
That's probably good. Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Steam cleaned the shit out of her car.
Holy fuck! What a nightmare. Just two grown idiots. Just fucking.
You don't appreciate that when you're the guy. You just don't appreciate it. But like I said, I was in Calgary a couple weeks ago, and one of my guys, we carpooled down because that's the sensible thing to do, right? We're driving from Grand Prairie to Calgary. Let's just go together. And so the last night he went out in the town with a few other coworkers, and he's like, I'm starting to get heartburn. So he ate a Tums, and I don't think that Tums was even at the bottom of his stomach. And he was just like, I think I'm going to, he's just the calmest could be. Looks at me, he's like, I think I'm going to puke. Do you want me to pull over? Yeah, sometime soon would be great. Fuck. And, oh yeah, fucking, oh, it was terrible. And I was like, oh man, I'm so glad that wasn't me.
Oh shit.
So glad that wasn't me. So, yeah.
Yeah, those I can't do those no more.
Things you shouldn't be doing when you're 40 years old.
No, I can't. There's just no way. There's no fucking way.
Crave rye and Coke by noon and have a beer with lunch. Hangovers don't exist.
Well, they sure do for this guy. It takes every ounce of everything I got to. Well, when we did the turkeys the next day, that was.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Hey,
I mean, it made it through.
I feel like the next day though, I was in better shape than you.
Well, yeah, but you had expelled all of the poison. I didn't do that.
Got that out of my system a little bit, perhaps.
More reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
Good times, eh?
Good times.
Yeah. At least the guy knows now.
Butter ripple fucking schnapps.
Interesting.
That fucking idiot had there.
Find your peanut butter.
Peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle whiskey.
Peanut brittle whiskey.
Yeah. Screwball.
So good.
I bought a bottle of that actually and brought it home. And apparently one of the guys I work with, he said, if you mix that with chocolate milk,
Sure, that makes sense.
it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It sounds terrible. But I think you get yourself in trouble with it pretty quick.
God. You think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good. Not good at all.
Oh. So you got a hockey out of the way for the weekend, or you got a game tomorrow too? Or
I don't think there's anything happening tomorrow. So
I was pretty happy to sleep in this morning and get up, make bacon and eggs, and the whole 9 yards. And
Well, you got a game tomorrow,
there
right?
are games tomorrow morning.
Yeah, the U7s, right?
U9.
U9. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So those games are later though. They're an hour later than the U7s.
It's 8:30. Yeah.
Well,
8:30
8:30.
probably. So
They must not have the U7 game tomorrow.
they must not know. We're lucky. We just got to go to Beaver Lodge tomorrow. So
Yeah. I gotta use the facility. You talk to Jeremy and Chad for a minute.
okay.
2.5 hours.
What does Jeremy's hangovers do nowadays? But when I was 20, I may or may not have had a problem. Never been much of a hooker, at times I wished I was. Yeah, back in the day, when a guy was 20 years old, the trouble the guy got into, I tell you. Probably could have been a millionaire. Spent too much money on $5 steak sandwiches and Ryan Coke and truck payments. I don't know if a guy's any smarter nowadays or not, but well, one more for the night, I think. Now I'm getting work phone calls, so we better call the live. We better call the live an evening here so I can manage some business. So we'll let you guys go. We'll have a chat here later.
Sounds like they had a.
Hey, Robin.
Hey,
Hey,
Stan.
what's going on?
Sorry to bug you. You're probably doing your YouTube thing right
It's
now.
all good.
Okay.